Greetings and welcome to the 1-6 Scale Man. Probably presents another episode of You Know What It Is, man. It is Comic Book Talk with Friends on a Monday evening. I'm your host, Lael Rockwell, for the 1-6 Scale Man YouTube channel. Do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification so you're always up to date as to what we got going on over here on the channel, man. And this is going to be a pretty decent show, man, because we got some things that we are definitely going to talk about here, man. Sorry for the scruff. I've been away for a while. This will be handled like later on this week. Thinking about shaving it off or shaving it down, but yeah, apologize for the scruffiness. But definitely thank you for being here, man, as always. But I am not by myself. I have this crew, this ragtag crew in the building with me, as always. Starting off with Mr. My Bad Monday himself. Jay, what's going on, man? Absolute.
What up, man? No. Don't.
He hit you with the Bugs Bunny.
Don't start the show off like that. Bro.
His name is Absolute Jedi Kid.
Nah, don't do that. We're not gonna do that, bro. We're not gonna do that.
But you like Absolute Wonder Woman, though?
I love Absolute Wonder Woman. That's the only thing from that universe that I like. Superman, Batman ass. Anyway, I had a great weekend with my baby. Turned 11 years old yesterday. We had a ball.
Congratulations.
Yeah, man. Oh my God, they're growing up so fast though. I'm a spoiler all week though. All week. But other than that, man, that's it, bro. I had a great weekend with the family. That's it. Just chilled out.
Word, bro. Word, man. Thanks for being there as always, man.
No doubt.
Next up, we got Mr. Prop Wiz himself, brother. What's going on with you, man?
Yo, just living life, bro. You know what I mean? Just trying to get up to that superstar status that you're at. I always keep my beard scruffy. Always scruffy looking. You know what I mean? So you ain't never got to apologize, bro. I'm taking the heat for you. Here now.
I like that big spawn back there. I like that.
Bro, you see that? I even put a light on there for y'all.
Yeah, that's the big joint.
I had to put a puck like just so y'all could.
Yeah.
Oh, you got the big spawn. Let me see the big spawn, bro. He said, I got tired of it. He's like, let me get the big spawn out, bro. I'm tired of y'all talking about my ish.
That's what I'm talking
Come on, son.
Yo.
3D printed by the Prop Wiz himself, yo. Come on.
Oh, you 3D. Hold on, let me see. You 3D print and you painted it yourself?
Yeah, painted it myself, bro.
Word.
Well, let me tell you something. How about you go to McFarlane's office and drop that on his desk and say, "Look, I'm shitting on you from the house. What is this shit?"
He's going to be like, "I'm not taking advice for you. People are buying my statues for $500." What do you know?
Definitely, bro. But appreciate it, man. Thank you for being here as always,
fire,
man.
Bro. Damn.
Next up, we got Mr. Vin Dog in the building, bro. What's going on with you, man?
What's good? Just trying not to be scruff diddy. You know what I mean?
That's it.
Yeah, man. Just had a fun weekend. Got a lot accomplished. Working on some art projects, some stuff done around the house, some finance jobs, some whole bunch of stuff, and caught up on some shows and some reading. So just looking forward to getting into all the stuff on the slate tonight. We got Thunderbolts coming up. I'm excited for that. Went to see Sinners again, and got to see it in IMAX this time. It's been a minute since I've seen a film twice in the theaters. It used to be a semi-regular occurrence, and now it's very, very rare. And it was maybe even better than the first time I got to, watch it, having already seen it, and just take it in more and catch things I didn't catch the first time. Appreciate more of the music and the performances, and it's a truly special film. So everybody out there, if you have not seen Sinners, please visit your theater. Do not wait.
Yes,
it was better the second time, bro.
We always complain about IPs and franchises and sequels and unoriginal content coming from Hollywood, and this is antithesis to all that. This is what we've been wanting, what we've been looking for, and I'm very, very happy that it's doing so well in the theaters.
It should have been Blade's origin. That's what happened. It should have been Blade's origin.
Yeah, man.
They blew it.
Maybe if he was doing Blade, we wouldn't have got this. So
exactly,
things working in a serious place.
That's true.
Yeah, bro. Appreciate it, man. Thanks for being here. But yeah, I mean, that's, you know what? Here's the thing, and shout out to Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan, Miles Canton, and the rest of the cast, man, because they put together an incredible,
amazing film.
You know what I mean? Just basically an incredible show, an incredible film, bro.
Yeah, there's no weak link.
Nothing.
Yeah.
No filler moments. Nothing.
Bro, it was hilarious too. I think people don't realize
Mm-hmm.
how funny that joint was, yo.
This isn't a
Like,
spoiler.
Del-
It's really
The
small.
boy, cornbread,
Really
dog.
small. Like this isn't a spoiler, but like cornbread asking for his money. Like that shit
Yo,
was
that
fucking
shit
Oh,
was
bro.
hilarious, dog. Cornbread,
Yeah, man.
bro.
so much.
Yeah. What he better have?
Wait, if I can't come in, can I get my money?
No, I swear I can't wait. Somebody
Hey, after he walked away,
I can't wait
he
for somebody
started to walk away.
gives me money. I'm
Yeah,
a
yeah,
lawyer.
yeah.
This is how I'm accepting money from now on.
Right.
Bro,
Don't hand it out like that, bro.
like, I put my hand out the
That-
door,
that
bro.
arm, yo.
No,
That
I'm
arm,
not
yo.
putting my hand out the door,
You do
bro.
this,
Like
that
straight
means I
up.
want money.
Yo, bro.
Hey, why that's the new meme? Y'all seen that meme where everybody's standing at the door? It was like, if I send you this picture, that means you're not invited.
You're not invited.
You're using it, bro.
Bro, like
You're not
it-
invited.
bro, like literally, man, like that movie, it's transcends, and it's an original script, an original idea, original IP, man. I'm so happy, you know, that he was able to visit it the way he wanted to, and he's doing it the way he wanted to, and shutting up the naysayers, man. You know what I mean? It's crazy though how, excuse me, we can get a movie like that demonstrates just how a Blade could actually be.
It could have been.
Yeah,
it could have
man.
been Blade, bro.
Yo, because, and like I said last week, dog, like Vinny, you saw it the second time, bro. I compared it to a Raiders of the Lost Ark kind of thing. People didn't understand what I meant, but this felt like a summer block, like it was that level of entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't just scary. It felt like an adventure, like an experience that we would have had with those early movies, man. It was a different kind of beast, man.
Definitely felt like an event film.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're seeing it now. Like you're seeing so many different memes, so many different
Right.
breakdowns and think pieces on it. You're seeing so many different interviews where you're learning new and different interesting things about the
Right.
film, and it's like transcending all different
Yeah.
types of areas of the internet. And I just love that it's become so beloved. Like it's in a time where you just don't see like kind of grassroots ish support for anything that isn't your typical Marvel or Star Wars or your usual suspects. This is something that's unique and different. So I mean, that's what we're always screaming for, always saying like, oh, we want some new original stuff. Like Hollywood's always getting on, and Hollywood's always on Marvel's case. Like, oh, we're tired of Marvel movies. We want to. All right, there you go. Like,
Exactly.
coexist.
Yeah, it could definitely coexist, and they could do it the right way. Here's the thing, it's to the point. Wise up, Hollywood, because I'm saying now it's getting to the point where Coogler can put a price tag on whatever he wants,
On whatever.
because he's putting out films that are transcending. Not only just, they're not just your typical genre films, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Also, this is a week after Netflix comes out and says that the average person doesn't want to go to see the movies anymore. The home viewership is the only way to go. People don't want to go to theaters
He
anymore.
did.
No,
That's
give them a reason.
Yep.
Give them a reason to want to go spend $30 on the
Yeah.
ticket alone.
Yep.
Give them a reason to want to go drop $100 to take their family out and buy popcorn and all that shit. Like, give them a reason.
Mhm.
They don't want to go and spend all that money for something that's trash that they're going to see on TV in another 2 weeks. Give them a
Yeah.
reason, something to be, have them walking out of the theater happy and discussing. Like,
Yo, I gotta stay out of this.
photo of
I gotta stay out of this. I was laughing, yo. Hey, y'all be wilding in the comment section. Y'all gotta be laughing. I'm supposed to be on air and I'm laughing.
Only Riz, bro. Only Riz, bro. I'm not even surprised. That boy always wilding, bro, on the sideline. That boy, that's a funny ass dude, dog.
Yo, bro.
Hey, that's real. Hey, me too. I gotta take your idea on that one.
I'm telling you. I'm not even saying where my money. I'm just sending them a picture like this.
Yeah.
That's it.
yo.
You put your hand at that
That's
door.
how he held his hand too, bro.
Yeah. Try to get him. Reach
Yo,
outside.
Renz,
In my
Renz,
door.
stop, bro. Stop. It's
Oh,
too
man.
early, bro. It's too early. It's too early.
Bro.
It's too early. Wow.
Dude, you got a bunch of
Wow.
memes just from scenes in the doorway, yo.
Wow.
Crazy.
Wow. Definitely, man. But before we Renz, he said, my bad.
That's my people right there. That's my people right there.
My bad, bro. My bad. We got my baby Latoya
My people
here
right
as
there.
well. Thank you for being here, baby.
Oh yeah.
As always, man. We
Yes,
was
sir.
riding and dying all last week, bro. Like back and forth to New York, man. It was just crazy with
up,
my
man.
baby. And bro, you know what? The crazy part, bro. Y'all saw the pictures of my mom and both my daughters, bro.
Yeah.
My mom, bro, like it because our parents always surprise us, bro. And mind you, she hadn't seen her grandbaby in 10 years.
Wow,
It had
man.
been 10 years since she's seen her. You know what I mean? And she talked to her, messages, talk, whatever. And my mom's a strong person, bro. But it was like my mom hardly ever shows emotion, bro.
Oh
when
God.
you think
I know
about
how
it.
that is. Yeah.
Never, like hardly ever shows emotion. Even when someone passes that's close to her, she grieves on her own time, never in front, never out in open.
Mm-hmm.
But it was something about the moment when my daughter walked in the house and
Broke her down.
Bro,
Mhm.
broke her down.
Mhm.
And I'm sitting there like, and it didn't really hit me. And I was like, it didn't dawn on me at first because I'm like, she embraced her, hugged her tight for the longest time, bro, and just didn't let her go. And I'm like, it didn't dawn on me when I'm thinking about it from my mom's point of view. And what she let me know was, I'm 80 years old. You know what I mean? I am 80 years old. And, thinking about it from a standpoint where it's time for all of us can change. Now we have family members that have lived, and speaking to Cynics, I was telling her about Cynics, which is like, well, look, you've had, relatives that have lived to almost 115, 120 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Like literally,
Too, yeah.
it's known. You know what I mean? But
my mom was a buck.
Yeah, bro. So in thinking about that, she was like, look, it's generational. And I just needed to see my grandkids. I needed to see my grandbaby. Hadn't seen her for a while, and she didn't think that she would see her. And so those moments, bro, generations, like, again, I would employ everybody. Like I said, that's when you want to keep a family tight knit. And that's, if you think about it, bro, it was a full circle moment because of the simple fact that we just saw Sinners the week before. And that is, even I like the usage of the Choctaw Indians as being vampire hunters.
Yep.
I mean, that was amazing, bro. And it was the dopest part.
Nobody saw that coming with no Indian being no vampire hunter,
bro. And the dopest part, Vinny, I was laughing my ass off in the theater. Is when bro, they were like bro, they was like, oh, so we're telling y'all, like, literally, you don't want that man in your house,
right?
It's not safe.
You're not
believe a word he's saying. And he was like, no, he's good. Okay,
all right.
They seen that hood and they was like, good luck with that.
Bro, they peeped in, and so I was like, okay,
right, see you.
All right, peace.
Let me know how
you got it though, right? You smooth. You smooth. Yeah, natives didn't play that evil-ish. Not at all.
Not at all.
They didn't. Bro. Again, bro. Like again, bro. And they were talking about also, like I said, with the comparisons of Bitterroot. And I'm like, yo, I definitely would want to see somebody do Bitterroot, not Ryan, because like he said, he wants to stick to his own genre.
Yeah.
But I would.
What's my boy?
Jordan Peele, bro.
Peele. I just think
to him. Give it to him. I think he could pull something like that.
He could do
bro.
it. He could do it.
Yeah, he would definitely do it. He would do it some justice, bro. But it's like I said, man, generations, and I think a lot of it is generations, and when it comes to that, bro, I love this movie, bro. I really loved it, and to the point where when it comes out on Steelbox, I'm getting that shit, bro.
Oh yeah,
I hate the fact that
Totally different media.
some of the other people was trying to hate on this movie for whatever reason, dog.
Now, you know what though?
I hate it, dog. Like
It depends on, because when something is good, people are gonna hate it just because people love it.
exactly.
I was telling my homie that today, man. It's going to be some people that's somebody. In fact, I'm gonna tell y'all what the subject we were actually talking about. Yeah, exactly. Contrarian, man.
Everybody's loving on it. You got to be different. And hate on it.
Exactly.
I got a homie that hates on Big Pun because he thinks everybody likes he started the sentence with, "I don't know what everybody sees in Big Pun."
Big Pun.
And that made me, and for some reason, that subject that made me think about this movie. It's just like when you start out with, what is everybody talking about? I went to go see it. You know what I mean? So they already basing it. They already got this. Everybody's loving it. Let me see what this, bro. This
it was a one story that was on YouTube was saying, well, y'all not gonna like my opinion about this, but I didn't like it because it seems so evil. The movie is called Sinners.
It's called Sinners, bro.
It's not about good people.
It's about finding a reason, bro.
Yeah.
It's about finding a reason. You can have all these other movies that have basically dropped, bro. You can have what's it called? The what's that movie? Not The Exorcist, but the
with the popes.
Nah. It starts with a C. What's it called?
Not
Conjuring. Yeah.
Oh,
Conjuring.
right,
you can have The Conjuring. You can have all those particular
hell.
films, and it's evil as shit. You can have all these evil representations
movie.
of these films, but they're not quick to call it. But you know what I mean? You have something like this, bro. They said that they even had motherfuckers that were standing up in the theater protesting about how evil the shit was.
Bro, anything with Africans and Indians.
Yeah, come on, man. Come on, man. Do better.
Anything with us, I guess we just
do better.
But you know what? It's not over in this case, though. The reason I don't care, it's not overpowering the positive.
Nah.
Like usually you get that cat's bombing, and this one, I'm hearing the negative from y'all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've seen a couple people say something, mostly been positive, and every person I know that's seen it.
I unfollowed some YouTubers, dog. I couldn't deal with it.
Oh my lord, dude! I think I probably already unfollowed them jokers, man. You got a couple of yeah.
Oh, well, the movie is too evil.
Nah, I ain't saying it.
The movie is called
Don't go
Sinners.
see it.
It's called Sinners.
It's called Sinners for a reason.
It's called Sinners, bro.
Bro, I don't know, man.
Yeah, it is what it is. But anyway, before we actually dive in, man, let me say what's up to the places where we definitely get these figures from, man. Vinny will be back here in a minute. I think his computer conked out, but we'll see him. I'll bring him up here in just a second. But before we actually jump into today's festivities, let me say what's up to where we get these figures, man. I want to actually start it off with my man Ray over there at Underground Figures. Underground Ray, if you're looking for the latest and greatest, he got it. No NRD shipping and handling is definitely reasonable. Sign up for that newsletter so you are always up to date as to when your figure is going to arrive or when a new figure is being revealed. Create yourself an account. You never know when you might basically have free shipping or a discount on a figure choice. You never know. Hit him up. Tell him I sent you. He got your back. Got to give a super duper shout out to our guy Ray over there at Hawk Wars Toys. That's Hawk Wars Ray. Again, if you were looking for not just just grail pieces, but you just want to have an experience. It's the figure, comic book, stickers, your boxes smell like juke, your car.
You want to have your box smell like some juke.
All that stuff, bro. He'll definitely take care of you. Proud sponsor of what we got going over there on Figure Flex Friday. He is the guy to look up. He'll definitely take care of you. Also, we got to give a shout out to our guy, Jacob, over there at Comic Relief Comic Collectibles, man. If you were looking for it, he got it for you. He is just that guy, as always, and to make sure that you have what you need to proceed. And it is all physical media comics. When we actually talking about things, if you want source material, he got it for you. Hit him up. Definitely take care of you as he always does. We also got my guy, Brian Wong, over there at Maji Case, Maji Space. If you're looking for a nice little display, not only to display your figures, but you can display your comics, your covers, and everything as well. Hit him up. He'll definitely take care of you as he always does. And last but certainly not least, we got my man Vin Dog over here at his spot, because you definitely want to put him in it now. He'll make sure that you have everything that you need to proceed Vinny, you wanna walk them through and let them know what's going on with your stuff, man.
Yeah, man, appreciate it. There's buy two get one free at all times on regular prints in the store. Feel free to head over to vincentdunnart.storenv.com for the direct link, or just grab the link from my IG at Vincent Dunnart. And there's Marvel, DC, sci-fi, fantasy, all kinds of different genres, all kinds of different things. Try to mix it up with different types of work like album art and glass art, and all kinds of stuff there. There's originals and canvas size prints as well. So feel free to peruse the site. If there's something that you want that you don't see, just hit me up. Commissions are open. And that's about it. Thank you, brother.
Toy, I got a question for you.
Yeah, I did 2 other self-portraits in my lifetime. I think I did one for Inktober where I did like a weird a concept piece. I'll post it in that link. And then I did a piece way back in high school. That's probably the only 2 other times I think I ever really did. No, 2 different Inktober's, because I did a 2 different concepts for Inktober's. And I'll post those. One was like a selfie thing that was with like a something in the closet for like a horror theme for Inktober. But no, I just there's not really much different that goes into it. I just don't typically use myself as inspiration or something that I usually draw. I usually draw in other types of things, but this was a gift, and that's what you wanted. So that was the purpose of that. And that's about it. There's not much more to it than that. Just she doesn't. I've done like different pictures of her that were better before, but that she she wanted to see like more of a couples thing, so I did that for her. So
word. Yep. Nice.
Yeah, man.
Nice, bro. Again, putting in work as always.
I should have a bunch of new stuff coming soon. I have a couple more vinyl art pieces I want to do, and I have I think I might try to get, if I got time here, I might do a something for Thunderbolts before that drops on Thursday as well. So looking forward to that, and I'll see what I can't get done with it. I don't think I'm doing every member like I did for Daredevil, but I'm gonna at least do, I don't know, Sentry or somebody.
Yeah, definitely, bro.
Yeah. I gotta do.
I didn't even gonna say it. Toya knows she looked out for me, bro. I ain't gonna say nothing. I don't want to drag you through the mud no more, bro. I'm trying to turn over a new leaf.
I'm gonna let you do it, bro.
Trying to turn over a new leaf. That's all. I'm gonna be here.
But we ain't gonna talk. See, talk about that package you got extra quick.
Oh no, that you came through on that one.
Yeah, bro.
You came through on me. You know why? Because Toya made you go to the post office.
No, she didn't. I went to the post office myself.
I don't know, bro. She needed to say something about that.
She's right here in the chat. I went to the post office myself, bro. You know what I mean? See, you don't even get credit.
I'll let you go. I'll let you go on that one. But
anyway, let's see what we got in the chat here. No, nah. 2
years.
We got Pedro Lopez in the building. Isn't the goal of a horror movie is to be evil? Yep.
Exactly.
You're right, bro. That's the goal. About time Leo got out the basement. Bro. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for being here, Malik McBain. In time, originality, and lack of creativity in media and entertainment, this movie was refreshing, thought-provoking, and a new classic. You are definitely right, man.
New classic.
Yes, man.
Ain't even no genre for this right now, though, dog.
Nope. We got my man next. Yeah. Imagine Not in the building. Thank you for being here, brother. As always, we got Pedro, Renz Talentino's funny.
Pedro better take that picture down, man, for Shamik Moore. Is it Shamik Moore?
Yeah, Shamik.
Better take that picture down, bro.
Shamik. Yo, that's what she said to him, boy. You better get the fuck out of my face.
You put that tongue in my cuss. What?
Yeah. Delway in the building. Thank you for being here as always, man. Who else do we got in the building? Jeffrey's in the building. Thank you for being here, man. As always, we got Yomo. Who else do we got? We got Fig Posers in the building. Thank you for being here, brothers. Always. Who else do we got in here with us? Let me see here. We got Ghetto Yoda is in the building. Charlie the Unicorn is in the
You.
building. Thank you for being here, brother. Bob Dylan is in the building. What's going on, Bobby D? What's going on with you, brother? Thank you for being here as always. We got the Booty King himself, Scruff Daddy Docinate is in the building. My brother. Thank you for being here, man. As always. Who else do we got in here? Malika Mabane is in the building. Thank you for being here, man. As always, WRNR Real Negro Radio. WRNR for the Negro in you. Thank you for being here, bro. As always, definitely appreciate that. Strikers in the building. We got my man Bread and Salad is in the building, man. Thank you for being here as always, brother. Yeah, we got some things, and thanks for everybody who actually showed up and show out doing a live show today, man. Like it was incredible, man. We had a good time. So I definitely appreciate y'all for stopping through this morning, man, as always. But yeah, we got some things that we got to talk about here, man. I figured because we're gonna do a little bit different. You know, we're gonna definitely do this one a bit different because we didn't really touch on these things. And I want to kind of get them out the way. And I'm gonna start, you know, because we did talk about this. You know, Vinny, you told me that you read it. We're gonna talk about the Absolute Wonder Woman first. Okay. Again, this book continues to just explore and just to be incredible. And this latest or the last issue that we got was amazing. It was simply amazing what we got out of that book, and definitely something that is worth talking about because of the transition and what took place in that book, man. This is Absolute Wonder Woman number 5. And Vinny, like, I'm gonna start with you on this one, man, because here's the thing, bro. Like, the book, it continues. So here's I got a theory, right? Because in the main Wonder Woman storyline right now, I think they killed her off.
I heard that.
Yeah, she got killed.
I my polls, but I'm way behind on reading it.
Yeah,
I don't want to read it.
Yeah. So, do you think, because here we know that there's preparation for in an event that's basically happening right now, because if you read I think it was the last Superman title with Doomsday.
Yeah.
At the end of the book, it's starting to merge the Absolute universe. So there's definitely going to be, I think this summer, there's going to be an Absolute crossover event. Do you think that it's a temporary thing right now where they're killing off Wonder Woman to replace her with this version, considering the simple fact that this is not that Wonder Woman herself wasn't really popular, because the book was popular and the character is popular, but they're leaning into like a different version. Do you think that they might merge and bring this particular version over into the main universe temporarily for a little bit?
I could see that being a possibility. If you took the Absolute universe away and did a you know, ultimate and, you know, draft day like they did back at Secret War, and just picked a handful of ultimate line people to bring in, like, you know, with Absolute universe, and you can only pick one, it'd be Diana, like, without any fucking hesitation whatsoever, because I think that maybe objectively Ultimate Spider-Man is the best book right now, but my favorite book right now is personal favorite book right now is Absolute Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
I think that I think that this is, you know, about as close to as fun as a read as I've had in a really long time, as reading along, like not something that, you know, prestigious that I'm going back to and catching up, but in real time, I'm watching something really special unfold with this book. And a lot of the reasons why this book is so special is because of the rules that they don't necessarily have to follow. It's keeping it super magic based, lore based, character based, and there's very little to no interactions with the other absolute characters or the world or other heroes. It's building who she is up and focusing on that. Like I feel like sometimes absolute Batman is kind of muddied by them cramming in what every single version of his lexicon is doing at that moment before telling us who Bruce is. And with Diana, it's not that. It's focusing on us learning about her history and where she came from and why she is who she is now, and us learning, probably most importantly, the rules of the universe and what she like their world building with just her instead of world building outwards and it's being too much to take in. The world building around her, we're learning the magic rules in her world. We're learning how hell works there and how the gods work there, and it's incredibly interesting and intriguing, and the different tools and weapons and power sets, and they're explaining all this shit. It's beyond interesting, and I know I'd be worried if that transferred into regular DC universe, how mixed up that would get. I don't
and
know
if they will water it down.
I don't know if we're ready. Like I hope if they do that, it would be an interesting story. I don't think we're there yet. I want more time. Not that we wouldn't have both books going at the same time though, but I wouldn't want the absolute books to have to revolve around whatever the fuck she's doing around the Justice League. and you know what I mean?
So it's like being like a good, like the character's better. And I'm almost feeling like, because I think I'm right there with you. It's almost like the character is better as a standalone.
It really is. I mean, at least until it's not. You know what I mean? Like it hasn't run its course yet. Like we're still learning so much about her. Like I'm not ready. Like, and I feel that way with a lot of the other absolute books. What they're spending a lot of time really doing great work with building up who they are, because they're so different than their DC mainline counterparts, that we have so much to learn of who they are. Like everything is different. Her lasso means different things. Her magic is different. Her fighting styles are different. Everything is different about her. And at the same time, the core of who she is, which is a fighter who never quits and a caring person, and also so that mix of badass and a mother, a lover, you know what I mean? Like a great, woman, like she walks that balance. And I'm not ready to see her like used for a gimmick over, because this doesn't feel gimmicky at all. It feels like a really fresh, original, creative take where they have a lot of freedom. And I don't think we get that freedom if she's pulled into the DC proper line. I could be wrong. It could create and result in some amazing stories. But I just feel like, it would, but like in like 2 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? After she's had a few adventures in her absolute book. So hopefully and again, I get Wonder Woman as pulls, but like many other titles, it's one I have to binge and catch up on. So I'm not sure the details around how they did her death, if it's just a gimmick or if she's really killed off to take a break from the book or to break from the character or to pull her in. I'm not sure. I can't really speak on it because I haven't read it, but hopefully that's not something that they're doing yet, because I feel like, you gotta let the absolute line breathe before you start doing slide. Even though that is clearly eventually going to happen, because that's just the way these things go. It's not time for that. I feel like if they do that soon, I feel like it would be a rushed thing. It's too soon. We're still learning. There's still so much that they have to do.
So much to learn about the character, her relationship with Cersei, and then we know at the end of this book, now mind you, now first off, Jedi Kate, have you read this book yet?
I only have the first 3 issues, but this is my favorite one out of all the Absolute series.
Well, it just keeps getting better and better.
I have to catch up.
I want a film of these first 5. Like even if you could probably combine the first run, which is 5 issues, and then there's a 2-part story that's 6 and 7 that explains her magic even more. You can mash those up into a film, and it'd be like one of the dopest things.
They're on number 6 now, right?
Yeah,
Or
7 just came out.
7. So I only have the first 3, but like I said, out of all the absolute world, this is my favorite version of. Well, I won't say a Wonder Woman because the original was my favorite version, but I love this no holds barred version of Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Her whole fighting style is relentless. Like if you get in the way, I'm sorry, you're gonna get hurt. Like I love this version of Wonder Woman. As far as the absolute world is concerned. But that's the only part. That's my red rose in absolute is her. You know what I'm saying? She's my rose, she's my rose in the sidewalk as far as it comes to this to these books. You know what I mean? But I don't want it to collide with the regular DC at all right now, bro. Like let them stay separate. I don't want this in. I know it's starting to bleed over a little bit in the last Superman book that you told me to get, and I shouldn't have got it. But anyway,
you didn't like that Superman book I told you to get?
I like it. I love it, but I don't want it to bleed over. I don't want it to bleed over into Superman. I don't want nothing to do with absolute Superman in the regular Superman universe. I don't want it.
It's put it this way. I think
it's bleeding over slowly but surely. I don't want that, bro.
Well, it's because, but here's the thing, though. We expected it to be because basically it's an absolute event, and the absolute event started with Darkseid. So it, again, like that, whatever actually happened, since absolute power is the reason why we have this, and everything is culminating into like a big crossover event. So we know that that's going to actually happen. It's unavoidable. It's just how it will happen and what that's just like, for instance, when we got the Ultimate Universe and the Marvel, the Marvel Universe itself and the Marvel books. When we got that Ultimate Universe, again, with the incursions and how everything happened during Secret Wars, we knew that certain characters would bleed over into, and that's, when we got Miles, we know that Miles was brought into that universe at that time. So it's just seeing who is going to be left over. Now,
I'm just afraid, bro, that this absolute guy is going to take over from my Clark, and then Diana being killed in regular continuity, and I don't even want to get the book. I don't even want to read it. Just the fact that I know that she's gone is kind of like pissing me off.
I don't think. Well, here, and that's what I'm saying. Like,
I won't want her to replace. I don't want her to replace Diana, bro. Like, I love this absolute version of Wonder Woman. I do, but Diana is always been one of my favorite. I mean, DC Trinity. Diana's one of my favorite ones, and I don't.
Well, that's my
her
favorite. That's my favorite superhero of all time. I've been telling people that. You know what I mean, and they don't believe me. You know what I mean, but it is. Wonder Woman has always been my first. The very first. But
is that because of the show? I felt it. That was the first.
It was even before.
Not even that, bro. I was reading before I even knew
before the show, bro. Because here's the thing.
Yeah.
What sold me on Wonder Woman, bro? Like literally, what sold me on Wonder Woman was actually it was Wonder Woman #5. Like the first, it was her first entry, but it was the book.
That's
5.
the one with the oh my god, what's the boy that the pilot? What's his name?
Steve Trevor.
Is that the one when he was like a zombie or something in the plane?
Nah, so number 5.
Had that.
So number 5 was when. So I think what was it? It was a.
I thought that was when Steve was in the plane. He was like a zombie or something.
Well, it was basically like a life after death type of situation.
Okay,
and it was when she was willing to almost give herself.
Right.
At that time, she was willing to almost give the essence of who she was, and at that time. They wouldn't allow, because remember, men were never allowed in the Themyscira. It was like almost starting a war. That book was, but it was how it was done. It was this connection to that hero, and they humanized her so well. It was done well, and I was like, you know what? It was a dope ass book. She's a dope ass hero, and she's a no holds barred, nonstop battle to the end. And if she has to kill, she'll do it.
I was already in one, but then I saw
that was before the TV show.
Yeah.
You talking about the
original book, bro? That's what I'm saying. It was before the TV show hit. Yeah. It was way before the TV show hit.
I was buying them at 7-Eleven. I was getting them at 7-Eleven, dog. Like back in the day, bro. Like before I even noticed.
Vinny's in the background. Hold on.
The show. Oh my bad.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
Before I
No,
noticed the
I
show,
only
bro.
say that because that was my because I was probably more of a TV head, TV
you was the
movie head.
TV. Bro,
So
I
it was
was
like Wonder Woman.
again.
I saw Wonder Woman before I saw Hulk,
As much as I love Linda Carter, bro, the TV show never did her justice.
bro. Even when she did the spin, and not
Yeah.
only did she do the Wonder Woman outfit, but she actually produced a skateboard and knee pads.
Yeah, I ain't like. See, here's the thing: is I love Linda Carter, bro, but I didn't. I think
The
here's
first,
the thing.
hey, the first season was good though. You got to go
But
back.
that's-
It changed when it went to the '84.
Yeah, but see, the
the,
thing is, it's like what they do is, and what these TV shows did was they serialized the actual character.
Mhm.
They
Mhm.
made it where it became more like a trope type of situation, was they took
Yep.
liberties with these particular characters since they
right.
won the IP.
Yep.
And I was like, I was,
Bro,
bro.
because even the TV show didn't have Diana at her full power. They did
Yeah.
not.
But some of that stuff made it back into the comic books too.
Yeah, it did with the spinning
Some of
thing
it,
and
some of it.
everything. But
Yeah,
like,
Ghetto Yoda
but-
asked a very interesting question. How would you feel if James Gunn's Wonder Woman was more based on absolute version?
I'd be pissed. I'd be pissed. Not to say that, like I said, I love Absolute Wonder Woman, bro.
Uh-huh.
But I put her and Diana in two different spots on my shelf. You understand what I'm saying? Like Diana is above Absolute Wonder Woman.
But you know
And
what?
it's
But it
always
depends
will be,
on how
bro.
it depends on how they might do it though too. Because sometimes
Nah.
like someone like these directors, it might not be an obvious absolute Wonder Woman. It might just be we might take this. We might take the aggressiveness.
I don't fully trust Gunn, dog.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want it to be Gunn's DCU Wonder Woman.
Hell no.
Now, if
Nope.
it was like its own thing, like
yeah, by itself.
like the
by
Batman
itself.
where it's separate, or like Joker where
right.
it's separate,
Right.
then
That's
I would
something
love
different.
a film of this, because I think
Yeah.
it's almost, I think it really lends itself to a
Mhm.
film. Like it feels like a kind of like I'm watching a movie as I'm reading this
Mm-hmm.
book. So it's very, very, you know, I could see it. Like I could see how dope a movie this
Yeah.
would be, but I don't think it would fit in what Gunn is doing with the DCU.
Nah, I don't fit.
Well, that's only because we haven't seen fully what Gunn, because we don't know what the directors. Listen, the directors that work under Gunn, we don't know what that's going to look like.
No,
we know what Gunn movie, because right now he's only doing Superman. We don't know what the other movies are going to look like.
No, but everything that he said from his tweets, from his interviews, from the decisions that he's already made has
bro.
to be like he's a DC comic head, and he's doing a lot of kind of core stories of DC. So that's what I mean. Just like how
yeah.
I
agree.
Like how she doesn't quite fit in the DC comics. I don't know if she fits in the DCU, because the DCU is very supposedly source centric. So
I agree.
It's not a experimental DC world that he's building. From what he's saying, it's obviously he's going to be taking liberties, but it feels like he's trying to do a lot of shit like straight out of the comics.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that fits with what like you can't do a like blue eye, blue hair, Supergirl, like everything like right out of the comics, and then do throwing in absolute versions.
Yeah,
I feel like
exactly, bro. That ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's enough. I don't know.
Bro, I don't know, man. Like I'm real sensitive about Wonder Woman. Like same way I am about Superman, I'm the same way about her, bro. I'm real sensitive when it comes to messing with two of my favorite heroes of all time. You feel me? Like Batman's number 3, but I mean, it's something about Clark and Diana, bro, that I just absolutely love. Since I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, like before I even saw Linda Carter, which she is by far the best version of Wonder Woman that I will ever see in my lifetime. But I was peeping the books before I even saw the show. You know what I'm saying? And Diana in them books was no holds. Like she was always tough as hell. The TV watered her down. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want them to mess with the.
No. Hey, I stand.
Bro.
Hey, that first season, I think you gotta go back and watch the first season. I don't think was watered down.
Well, of Linda Carter,
Linda Carter. Yeah, remember when it took place it took place during the war. And
I know, but
they did still, I thought that was kind of.
Yeah, but they ain't give her. She ain't have her full like pick up a tank and throw it type Diana.
Yeah, nope. She
You
didn't.
feel me?
She didn't.
So she was still strong, but she wasn't.
She could stop a tank.
Right, she could stop
She
one.
wasn't throw it.
But she wasn't grabbing them by the barrel and swinging it and throwing it like
Hey,
Diana. You feel me?
Now you're talking about the visual effect.
Well, yeah.
You know they weren't gonna do all that back then.
Yeah. But I'm just saying.
I feel you.
It was just.
I feel you.
It wasn't.
See, I'm just showing my love for that time because that was literally that's the first superhero thing. Like that was all I had.
No,
I mean, TBS, Atlanta, Georgia. That was all we had.
Right.
Incredible Hulk came on, then it was like, okay, we there. And these joints was old.
I fell in love with her.
Yes. Hulk never fought anybody powered. Well, no, he fought.
He fought Thor.
He did. Well, that was later though. That was in the 80s.
Yeah,
that was like.
Oh no. He did fight a version of the Hulk on the TV show.
We had Daredevil.
It was a guy, but it was a guy on the TV show.
That was the skinniest version of the.
You remember? You remember?
Yeah. Old dude, bro.
Yeah. He was taller than Lou Ferrigno.
Yeah.
And somehow he got the Hulk blood in him, or somehow, and he did fight him on the show. That was like his little power thing, but. He never really had nobody either.
Which before Lou Ferrigno, remember somebody came in and filmed my boy that played Jaws, I think, in Jane. It was an actor that was skinny like that for the Hulk originally before they recasted it.
To Lou Ferrigno?
Yeah, they got footage of it and everything. Yep.
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. But bro, like I'm sorry, but she's special to me, dog. Like, just don't leave her where she is. You know,
it was Slim Pickens back in the day. Like the coldest door was Vincent D'Onofrio.
Exactly, exactly, bro. Back then, and then we even had what we had. We had Wonder Woman and Isis. Batman was trash back then. The '60s Batman was garbage. You had Wonder Woman and Isis, and then you had Incredible Hulk. You know what I mean? That was like the superhero thing. Shazam, remember Shazam when they were in the Shazam riding around the fucking camper. That shit was ass compared to Wonder Woman, bro. That shit was ass.
Yeah, I think it's again, bro. Like the TV shows, just we appreciated them for what they were, I definitely did appreciate it for what it was then.
Right.
But then it's like the older you get, and if you become a comic head, and you already look at it like, okay, damn, like, there was a lot of stuff that they did take away. They took liberties because they own the IP. Okay, all right, it is what it is. But yeah, bro, like
they weren't taking it serious. Man, you know, when I was watching, I watched was it the Daredevil? Something I was watching that was old, like something as simple as the costumes. Like they didn't even trust.
Oh, whack.
You know what I mean? They didn't trust it, except for Superman.
Yeah,
Chris Reeve kept it.
Only one.
They kept it real. And Wonder Woman.
I'm talking about
in terms of accuracy.
Yeah.
Man, I think it was the Daredevil I was looking at. You know what I'm saying? The Daredevil from the Hulk series. It was like, bro, y'all didn't.
A little see-through ninja mask.
Oh, it's like you didn't even attempt.
You didn't try, bro.
Man, but it is what it is. Yeah, this comic book is dope, man. I gotta dive in. I read this one, number 6. But dude, I didn't know
on number like 4. I gotta get.
I didn't read the first. I jumped right into this to prepare for the show last week, man. So I got to go back and read the rest of them, man. But this story got me. It definitely piqued my interest, yo.
Yeah, she's dope. She's the best.
It is, bro. It's the absolute Wonder Woman, storyline. And like I said, if you haven't read it, especially this particular book right here, again, she's discovering a whole new power set and what she's capable of, conjuring, this, it's what this does is it taps into not just her skill as a warrior and the strength of the character, but also the level of intelligence and magic. They're dealing with more magic and her use of that particular magic as taught to her by, Cersei herself. But I love the way they're doing this, bro.
If you're reading the Absolute for the first time, I recommend reading her book first. Like real talk. Yeah. Before Batman, Superman.
Word. And that's
before you pick up that trash. Pick this up first.
And that's coming from somebody who hadn't read the other ones.
Right.
I'm your conscious.
Exactly. She's the best one. She's the best thing in Absolute.
It's crazy, bro.
The
sound
best
convincing,
thing,
though.
absolutely.
Leo, have you read
They sound
Martian
convincing.
Manhunter or Green Lantern yet? I didn't read
What'd
Flash.
you say?
But I'm supposed to. Have you read Martian Manhunter or
I
Green
read
Lantern?
I read Green Lantern and Martian Manhunter is a bit weird.
I like
No,
it. though.
they got
I
Flash
like
Absolute
it,
too.
but it's definitely a bit
I didn't-
weird when you discover because it's weird. And here's the thing, bro. I like the story,
Uh-huh.
Vinny, but I haven't connected to the art.
So they're in Absolute now too.
Yeah,
That's what I was about to ask. You got
There's absolute Flash, absolute Green Lantern, absolute
Mhm.
Martian Manhunter.
They pulled Flash into this bullshit.
I didn't read Flash yet.
they're gonna
but,
do
bro,
all
it's an absolute version of these characters, bro, just like the Ultimates. So they're
Oh,
bringing
my
all these
God.
characters in. You're introduced to the
Okay.
characters because this is the absolute universe.
you
It's
can't
the
be
universe that was
surprised. These
created
books
by
are
Darkseid.
selling, bro.
I
These
can't
books
believe
are
they
selling,
pulled
bro.
Barry
They're
into
gonna
this
buy
mess.
everybody.
bro. It's a business, man. They're gonna
It's
do all of them.
They're good at they're
They're gonna do all of
art.
them.
I like Martian
Yes.
Manhunter because it's different. The art is like weird. It's like some Mike Allred stuff where it's
Yeah.
a weird, unique type of take
Yeah.
on the art, and then they do kind of like quirky stuff with it. Like you hold the page to the light and you see an image from like the backside. So like they're doing experimental fun stuff with the art. Green Lantern, like that's I gotta give that one more time. I'm not really sure how I feel about that one yet, and I ain't read.
Oh God, I don't
Yeah.
even read it.
Yeah. No, Martian Manhunter, like I said, I mean, the
Oh, I see what you
story,
mean.
it
It's
has so much
psychedelic, bro.
potential. It has
The
so much
story
potential.
the story looks like it could be incredible.
Now
It's really-
I'll go get Flash. I like Flash. I hope they didn't screw him up. I want to read at least the first one.
Well, it's never mind. You
Is it
gotta read
Wally?
it.
Is it Wally or Barry?
It's Wally.
Yo, the artwork in that looks dope.
It's Wally.
Oh my God.
Oh,
man.
But you have to read it to understand it.
I'm gonna get the first. What they on number what? 3 now? 2?
two.
Too.
Two?
For Flash, there's just two so far.
Okay, so I'm the grad. I'm
man,
grad.
Jay, man, I'm like you, man. You know what it is? It's just you being a purist, yo. I think I'm halfway, but y'all excited. I trust y'all though. I trust
Bro,
Lael and Vinny, so that's what's getting me.
It's
tell you.
all
But
of
I
it is in the
haven't picked it up
penmanship,
until I got on this show because, man,
Let me tell you, Vinny and Leo, they're not like me, bro. They will read everything, right?
yeah.
Just to give it an opinion. Me, if I
Why
see
you do
something I
that
don't like,
that last little piece sounded like
Bruh.
those are
if
words.
I see
man.
something I don't
Battle
like,
rap.
bro, I just don't go near it. That is how I am. Like I don't have no interest. Like, but Wonder Woman always gave her a chance.
That's because of being a comic book reader for so long that I know
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
they constantly are tweaking shit and changing shit to kind of
Yeah.
keep things fresh and to try to do something different.
Yeah.
And 9 times out of 10, you know, except for Peter and MJ being married, they go back to the way things were.
Mhm.
It's like usually they just go back. So it's like, okay, cool. Let me see what this writer, this team thinks of this, and then does it. And I feel like the Absolute and Ultimate books are like just another version of that, just another version of trying out something different. And I don't look at it the same way I look at it when Hollywood changes some shit up because that suits. You know, this is creators saying, "Oh, if you know, here's a different way to do this, and it's a different world. It's a different thing. It's not fucking with those. You know, this isn't, you know, DC Diana. It's a different person. So,
Nah,
so to me, it's not, you know, blasphemy no matter what they do with her because it's something totally different.
Hey, we just need to go back to the days when we would just call in to kill a Robin or break a Batman's back or something. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
Good old days.
There you go.
Those days were good though.
Let's see how it's Superman. We did, but I'm comparison. It was that, though, right?
It's
the difference Superman.
Now instead, though, it really is that. Now everything is that.
You're right, dog. You're right.
But see, here's the thing,
Bro. They just killed
here's
Raven
the thing,
Diana.
though. When I'm thinking about this, though, bro, and the reason why I like being a very eclectic reader is because I want to see a universe flip completely upside down. Because the thing is, when we're reading these stories, bro, constantly reading the same stories, all of it, even though maybe the story or the narrative might be modified slightly, the end result is always the same. I want something that's completely different. If they changed, not put it this way, you're keeping the essence of the character, but you're changing the story in a sense where it makes the character a bit more complicated. Following the same story, but I love the complications where you want to see something completely different. And the reason why I appreciate the absolute universe is because it's not taken away from the main universe. The main universe still exists. This is the absolute universe where, again, it was created with an agenda. This is something that, almost an accident because of Darkseid and what happened with that. This is a universe where you're forced to look at these characters from a totally different light. Because again, I love something that becomes a bit more interesting. I love the interesting aspect of it. I don't like the same regurgitated narratives and stories. If you're not going to, especially if I can see if they said, you know what, fuck the DC universe, we're going to just fuck that universe and we're going to do just completely absolute. Then it is at that particular point, there's a question. Then I'm like, yo, I don't like that. Then I don't like when you, but if you're going to create a totally different universe like they did with the Ultimates, you're giving us something completely different, and you're giving the viewer and the reader, we can make the decision on what we want to read. We have choices at that particular point. So that's what I like about it is you're evolving the actual story. Because for a time with all these, even with the X-Men, bro, right now they start like, bro, read the X-Men stories in the titles. Well, everything that happened with House and Powers of X, everything that happened with Axe, everything that happened up in it was very interesting stories. Lately, after that, it's been a bunch of bullshit, bro. And I don't enjoy reading it. So that's why I stepped away from it. And now I'm reading the Avengers, which definitely the Avengers, especially One World Under Doom. That shit is fucking incredible. That storyline, the recent one, oh shit is going down. It's incredible. But I love reading those particular stories. I love reading and even in the DC universe, we're getting these interesting storylines. The Ultimates is decent. Yeah. But there's certain books that it's like, yo, it's just the same shit. So I like reading something that's completely different.
And that's what's interesting about the Absolute Ultimate is because, even like me, I love seeing different stuff, but I love seeing the same stuff. And I understand that sometimes even me, I could be fickle. You take a Batman book, and if you make drastic changes to him, I might be like, man, what are y'all doing? And bro,
if you take
nothing up, you be getting on me about being like that.
Let me finish. And if you don't change anything up, I'll be like, man, it's the same old shit. So you put them in the Absolute universe, and you can do whatever you want with that character. You're not really. There's no consequences because Bruce is still Bruce over here. That's why when Garth Ennis wanted to do this fucked up crazy Justice League story, Dan Didio was like, nah, you can't do that with those characters. Why don't you make your own characters? And then he let him do The Boys and have So you can do all that crazy shit with those characters because it won't affect these characters over here. But yet it's still getting to see what if Superman was like this? What if Batman was like this? Same thing with like Squadron Supreme, shit like that. So that's the allure for me for the Ultimate world and the Absolute world is you're getting to see a twist on these characters without the consequences of, all right, now we got to put them back. Like you don't got to put Diana back now. Like if they did all this shit to Diana and DC, they would have to like figure out how to put her back,
how to reset it,
how to reboot. They'd have to reboot it and come up with an event. And now they don't have to come up with an event to fix DC line. They just have to come up with an event to explain away the Absolute line.
Exactly. Moving on though from this, man, because like I said, we can spend a lot of time talking about it. Pick up this book if you want to actually read it. This is Absolute Wonder Woman #5. It's an incredible book.
Wonder Woman. Only Wonder
Woman. Yeah, it's definitely an incredible book, man. But decide when you're owning what you want to read.
Wonder Woman. Listen to me.
I want to move on to Joelle Jones. Joelle Jones, we didn't get a chance to talk about. And here's the thing is, I honestly can say that I didn't know a lot about her work. Honestly, I didn't know anything about her work. So I just, again, because I wanted to highlight some of the females that we actually have in female artists that we actually have. But then once I started just, researching her, I was like, okay, she's done some of the most, prolifically major characters in major books that we've actually seen. I mean, she's touched X-Men titles with, a lot with, she's done a lot with basically X-Men titles. She's done, Black Widow as well. I don't know if you all basically have read,
like a supermodel. Damn, I didn't know that. That's what's up.
Yeah, bro. She's basically done Danger Street. So she's done a lot of that.
Wow.
Bro. And on top of that, she's done Wonder Girl. So she's been basically touching. Yeah. She's been touching a lot. She's done Rogue as well. So again, she's been doing a lot of work, bro.
Shorty's out there. That's what's up.
Yeah, she's out there, bro. Even this like dope ass cover of Scarlet Witch, bro. That shit's incredible.
Holy shit. That's
You know what I mean? So she's done some really, really, really incredible work. But I have to admittedly so I didn't know anything about her.
Me neither.
Vinny, did you know anything about Joelle Jones?
I'd never seen her. I just seen her art on, like, I think I had
She's like an actress,
Batman and Catwoman, and some of the Batman art, and like I had read it, but I didn't put two and two together. And then when you dropped her name as coming up, I researched it. I was like, wait, I've read a bunch of this stuff. I had no idea that I'd never put a face to the art before, and I'm a fan of her work. And it's
we are all fans of her work. We're fans of her work. Oh man.
It's even funnier. She's been the feature artist for like 3 weeks.
See her in Artist Alley.
And she's watching the show, she watching the show every week. Like, I guess I ain't on tonight. I got bumped again. Nah, but
bro, you are insane.
See her in Artist Alley.
Yeah, she's goddamn. I mean,
bro, like I knew nothing about, again, like just the work. I knew nothing about how, some of the stuff that she's actually done. Like even like the Widow books. I'm like, oh shit, like she's really Witchblade as well. Like, so she's
no way, bro.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. She's done
the old stuff. The old stuff.
Nah, that's probably
she's not the old, not the real.
Yeah.
Not the
I'm
real.
about to say they came out a while ago.
Not the real old, not the real old, bro. But again, she's done a lot. Like she's definitely touched a lot of work. Even Mockingbird, she did like a a run on that as well. Catwoman, bro. Like again, like she's touched a lot. Yeah,
Ninja Turtles, man. She got
Ninja
a couple
Turtles.
I think she only did the covers. She only did the covers, but I think,
yeah, just the cover. She's done cover work. She's again, Ghost Spider, Spider-Gwen. So she's done some really decent stuff, bro. Definitely some really decent stuff. So I just wanted to kind of highlight her quickly because it's always good to really, put a face to a lot of these incredible art, pieces that we actually get. And I think that she's done, incredible work. Always definitely worth checking out, man. So again, if you don't know Joelle Jones, go out and check her art out, bro. And you've probably seen it. You probably even own it.
I have some of it. I didn't even know it was her. That's crazy.
Yeah, that you didn't even know it was her, but definitely an incredible artist, bro. And want to be, to look out for it. As Vinny said, definitely he's a fan of her work.
Artist Alley.
Man, y'all are some nuts, bro. Let's jump in. I want to jump in to this as well. Again, we'll do World Under Doom since we touched on Wonder Woman. We'll do that one next week. Okay. The kind of because I want to get to Last of Us, like last night's episode. Now, episode 3. Now, again, this particular episode was an episode that we didn't really have a chance to see in the game. Because again, after people don't already know, yes, Joel died. So
pull the band-aid off, baby.
Yeah, they pulled that band-aid off quick. You know what I mean? So Joel did pass. But again, this was an episode where we got a chance to see a bit of the grief. And the grief
fucking need your help.
And here's the thing, bro. And I'm gonna say this. I'll say it until people basically realize that sometimes you have to give credit where credit is due. And when you got to recognize talent. But this girl's talent is fuck. I don't care what anybody says, because the emotions that she gave it, she goes from being a, bratty kid, but then also a kid that's just hard nosed. That's like, okay, you're like, with her, it almost seems like she doesn't give a shit. And she tries to, she hides her emotions really, really well. And even like I said, with the psychiatrist, you can tell that she even sees it. But bro, she is acting her ass off as Ellie. And this episode, even though it didn't show a lot of action, I thought it was done well and it was incredible. Again, going before basically a council to decide whether or not there should be retribution. I thought that was pretty dope. And just clearly just breaking down the psyche of the character and where she's at this particular point and the regrets that she has. She still basically carries it with her. Vinny, you saw episode 3, man. What are your thoughts, bro?
Yeah, it's been obviously a while since I played the game, and I didn't really deep dive to refresh my memory. So there's a few things that I don't exactly remember. I think I remember there being kind of a time jump right after.
Yeah,
so,
it was a time jump right after because it goes into after his death into we didn't have anything like this in the game.
Yeah. So this all because I was like, this all seems new. I was like, yeah, wait, they time jump in the game. And ironically, as much as I love how much this show sticks to so much of the source material, this is one of my favorite episodes of the show. Period. This girl has received a lot of scrutiny over several different factors, but one of the reasons why she was picked, despite her closeness to the character in the game, was because she can act, and some episodes that is less prevalent than others and more prevalent than others. And I think this is one of the episodes where you got to see what they seen in her. And I think that she, by far, this was her best acting performance in this series, in my opinion. And I think that her, this episode's handling of grief was so nuanced and real that like they mentioned the different things that are cliche and turn it on its head. Just her kind of telling the psychiatrist what she wants to hear and what you're supposed to feel in these type of moments. And seeing how she's manipulative, and the psychiatrist seeing right through her bullshit. And not only that, but it's very clever, layered, and nuanced in the way that Ellie is more mature in this episode than she's ever been, yet still at her core, still like a little brat, but yet a seasoned brat who knows how to be a functioning brat, like her writing the speech, knowing she's lying through her fucking getting out of the talking to the psychiatrist so she could be put back in active duty, lying through her fucking teeth, but like not just fuck you, let me go back out there, like figuring out how to be manipulative instead of bullying her way through every problem. She's figuring out how to try to outsmart problems and use her brains instead of just throwing a tantrum to get everything that she wants. So like she's growing as a scoundrel, if you will. You know what I mean? The trip to Seattle was incredible as well. There is a shot here when they come up on this field, the cemetery.
That landscape, bro.
Bro, the glow bar behind the TV, it went black, right? So the room goes black. Then all of a sudden, the sun comes up, and the glow is behind the TV. It lights the whole fucking room up with this wheat field. And oh my god, I recorded it because it was so moved. Like I was just blown away by this episode. There was a couple scenes I literally like ran it back because it just was
the greenery in the field that you see when they were oh my god, bro.
It's incredible. I wish he would have had more time. Like I'm skipping ahead, but I wish he would have had more time in his house, because that's something that a lot of us who have lost a loved one have had to go through, like looking at your father's or your loved one's belongings after they're not there anymore, and it's like they're there but they're not because it's all their shit. Like, and it's all those
Yeah.
memories of, you know, you remembering them with that jacket, you remembering them playing that guitar, you remember them, you know, watching that movie with them that's on their shelf. There's so much weight that goes behind that, and that shit was really really heavy. A lot of this episode really hit home, was really powerful, and I definitely enjoyed the you know, the exchange with Carlisle. You know, that was powerful, and then you know, they changed the dynamic with, again, they changed the dynamic with Dina as well, explaining more of, you know, how they got to be who they are when they get to the time jump, and um just great stuff. I love this episode a lot, and I love them letting this episode breathe instead of hurrying right into the next fucking thing or adventure. I'm glad that they let you sit with it a second, and then before moving on, because they had the balls to do the death as early as it came in the game, but then they like paid homage and respect to it because it wasn't necessary to hurry up right into action after having the siege and everything else that just went on. So I like that they showed that some time had passed, and how this town works as far as rules, and just the conversation of vengeance versus justice, and it really made sense because there's no guarantee that they were coming back, and you're gonna lose even more members to go hunt them down. Like, you understood both sides of the case,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
I really loved the premise of this episode, and I think Bella Ramsey just really did a hell of a
Man,
job.
Bella Ramsey is killing it, bro. Because here's the thing: I saw someone. So, I forget the girl, the girl who's playing, not Bella, but um,
Abby.
Abby.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Um, there was a picture of basically Pedro Pascal hugging her, and somebody put up a post that said, "This is what we could have had." And that person under that post, people ran that dude. They drug him through the mud. It was like, yo, what do you like? Why making a statement like that is discrediting the actress and discrediting Bella Ramsey's talent. And I'm sick of it, bro. Like, not everybody, like, the depiction of a character in a video game does not necessarily have to be the same damn character you get in live action, bro. But it's always what it's like. You're going off of looks and aesthetics, but you're not giving the girls that talent just due.
Dude, the show is bigger than the video game.
Yeah, bro.
I'm gonna be honest with you. The show, and if it's not, it's going to be. That's just
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. Yeah. And I think that they're basically killing it, bro. Like, episode 3 was definitely an emotional ride with her. And it basically, because here's the thing, Vinny, and Prop. Now what we are seeing is you're putting the entire show and everything that you're going for on this girl's shoulders, because you don't have a Pedro Pascal carrying her. You might have him in flashbacks, but he's not carrying. He's not. No, it's her now. It's become, her show. So she's going to basically have to carry. And I think that so far, she's doing a hell of a job, man. For real, she is. Got to give her that. Definitely. Jay, did you see this episode, man?
I hung it up after episode 2. It's like the game.
Oh, you stop.
It's trash. I'm done with it. Peace. Trash.
he's not a fan of its work.
He's
Nope.
definitely
Not a fan. Not a fan of this work at all. Garbage. Trash. Done. Recycle, man.
Damn, bro.
After the second show, I was done. It's like the game. Threw the game in the trash.
Damn, bro.
Yeah. Done.
Shouldn't have asked you that question.
Sorry, y'all. Y'all know how I am.
Yeah.
It's nothing new.
Yeah. I'm enjoying the show, bro.
Yeah. I'm happy. I'm happy for y'all, bro. That y'all enjoying it. Real talk. I'm glad y'all like it. As for me,
you just hung it up after that.
I can't do it.
I
can't do it. I can't do it.
Anyway, I gotta say, man, like, I love I love what Bella Ramsey is doing with this character. I love it. I love the simple fact that the landscapes, the cinematography, and the actors that they strategically placed, you know, with this particular story, they're doing an incredible job. What were you about to say, Prop?
Oh, dude, man, I'm gonna tell you, give y'all a preview into my life, my family. I allowed my daughter's younger, teens to mid-teens. So I did let her watch this because the whole family is watching these kind of shows by her. So she knows if it gets too crazy, she got to close. But she doesn't think it's scary. My daughter's sophisticated. So this is a cool experience to experience with the family, one, and them be excited. You know what I'm saying? Don't start it because they know if I got to do a review that I've got to watch the show. I've got to watch the show Sunday if I'm going to be on air talking about it Monday. Yo, so don't watch it, Dad. They be sending me text messages, man. So in this excitement, watching from people who not everybody's played the game, right? So me and my sons played the game. Nobody else in the house has played the game. The Joel thing I'm kind of expecting. And Jay Jay, you're not crazy. Well, you know, you wouldn't call yourself crazy, but I'm just telling you, as your homie, I know you're not crazy. Yeah. I've got friends that's already checked out, and it's not as bad. I hate the thing with the review bombing.
I don't even bomb it.
I hate using the word toxic. Well, that's what I mean. Because of the toxicity that goes on in our culture in general, it also doesn't leave room for people who are genuine when it's like, because I remember feeling that in the game. The only difference between me and you, I didn't have nothing else to do. You know what it is? Because I thought he might have been still alive too. I was like, let me keep playing. And I played long enough for the story to remain good and kept me engaged with these other characters. So, to be able to watch these people around me who haven't played the game, that's kind of questioning it, but they still want to know. Bruh. My wife and my daughter hit me up and was like, "What? We got to watch the next episode."
I still get
how
emails.
Ellie is going to deal with this.
I still get emails. I still get text messages about me bashing the game. So you can imagine what I'm getting about the fucking show. But I mean,
this show's but the same thing's gonna happen, man. But I will say, from a technical piece, part of my experience too, is it's been a while, and I can't tell you why, but I'm a real behind the scenes, because I love cameras. Probably I like movies, I love film, film school. So I love watching behind the scenes, man. Blade was the first. When that DVD came out, I had to have it, not because of quality, because it didn't look any different to me. It was That was the first time we got behind the scenes
stuff
on it, alternate endings. So this is the first time. HBO was always good with that. I know all the shows, Game of Thrones, have it on it, but this is the first time in probably 10 plus years that I stopped after the show. First of all, probably because I'm watching it weekly. And I'm actually watching behind the scenes. So it's cool, Lael and Vinny, to hear you guys talk about things that was addressed in the behind the scenes, which is one, they wanted to give us this morning process that we didn't get. One. Number two, the whole thing with them voting on it, like very dynamic, because we got to get to see Elu kind of make her case, right? Like you said, the manipulative part of that. But what I didn't realize is it also gave us an opportunity to mourn or address the other characters, because in a lot of these shows, 100 people die, the main character die, and we only honor that main character. Right? So this episode, you think about
when people were like, "Wait a minute, it wasn't just Joe that died. I lost someone as well." You know what I mean? So, and they're looking at it as, look, retaliation and retribution for this entire place.
Right.
You know what I mean? For what was lost.
Right.
You know, at that point. And when you think about it, it's like, when you think about it from that particular standpoint, it was it was her fault. You know what I mean? Not Ellie, but it was I keep forgetting her name. Abby's fault.
Yeah.
Because again, if it wasn't for her basically tripping and sliding down that hill and waking up, those motherfuckers, you know what I mean? If it wasn't for that, based off of the sound itself, then they wouldn't have ever, attacked, at that point. And the way they drew them off, they wouldn't have basically attacked. But it was almost damn near her fault that an entire village, you know what I mean, got outrun, by those, so by the clicker. So it's you can't. What are you gonna, you can't. It's undisputed. You can't dispute that fact. A lot of people were lost, but for some, they're just focusing on their main, which is Joel. You know what I mean? So
Right.
I love what Tommy said. Tommy had one of the coldest takes on it, and he was like, "If I was like Ellie was like, he crossed the country for you." He said, "Yeah, if I was still alive,
yeah,
and you wouldn't have risked everything, for me, for what's in here, for vengeance, to feel like I got him back, like, that was a big thing with the town, like voting on, like Joe is important, but going out there and risking more people isn't going to bring Joe back. Whereas it will likely lose you more members of the town, and you're already reeling." And I think that was a great part of the community aspect.
Oh yeah.
So it goes to show, like, Joel probably wouldn't have even have wanted them to go after Abby, because if anything, spend those resources protecting the community. Ooh. So that way that can't happen again.
Oh my God, that's good news, bro.
Oh, Canada,
that's good news, man.
That's good news, Mr. Masashi, man.
Yes,
definitely, that's good. It's good news for a topic for a reason. It's good for a reason, because whatever happens there is going to trickle down eventually.
Yeah.
Well, not only that, our craziness, if I'm not mistaken, our craziness kind of moved the needle for them as well, because it wasn't leaning in that direction.
Yeah,
say a month.
They saw right? They saw how shit was going down over here. Like, nah, we can't do that.
We can't take that risk.
Yeah.
But hey, the other part I wanted to say, I think it was Vinny was talking about the house. Hey, prop with me in me, right? You got what a hero prop is, right? So usually for that house scene, they wouldn't have made a hero prop, right? They only would have made a certain section of the house or something. But because they knew it was going to be because of time limit as well, not just because of how big or small the scene was, but it was like it was only going to amount to this much time. It's not something they were going to reuse because it wasn't, that full house wasn't in the first episode.
Yeah.
So we don't need to build such and such and such. The importance of that scene, right? And her walking through motivated them to build that whole house inside so she can do that walkthrough. And in fact, when she was doing it, as a testimony to her acting, not only was she really crying, the camera woman was crying as well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I thought that was powerful, and I could feel it.
It was super. Even when she woke up, bro, and she was screaming, and she got that flashback to Joel, like, it was so traumatic, bro. Like, it was like, because from a standpoint, that's something that we would all experience.
And that house looked lived in, bro.
Yeah,
that house
phenomenal job.
They did a phenomenal job, bro. That bro, the entire, even the village, bro. The village, the way they have it set, it looks like it's a lived in. It's not just a prop location, like it's lived in. Even the baseball field, bro.
Right.
Like all of that, just looking at it, like, damn, like this is some real shit. You know what I mean? Like, this is a real environment. And yeah, bro, I just love what they're doing with this show. They did say that this season is going to carry a lot of emotions, and I think they're doing a bang up job over it, man. So again, kudos to them. I can't wait to the next episode, man. I think it's going to be incredible. Chase is like, man, let's move on. Moving on from this, bro. Let's moving on from this real shit. I want to
get this trash out of here. Let's go to the next.
They said trash of us.
Woo! The trash of us. That's it. The trash.
I want to get to the main. And here's the thing, because again, in 2 days we know, a few days now, we know, and we'll be able to actually judge for ourselves whether or not the MCU is right in the course, bro.
Oh man!
And again, hopefully, and for what we're getting so far, and some of the reviews, people are saying that this is a fucking amazing film. Even basically audience reviews where they're basically saying people who have actually got a chance to see it liked it. If y'all know what we're talking about the Thunderbolts, man. So definitely, like, what?
I like how he did that.
I'm a busy man. Like, I'm everywhere.
What?
Bro, you know what I'm saying, man? Like, we talking about the Thunderbolts, bro. Like, you know what I mean? We gotta basically just keep it Yeah, I mean, we definitely talk about the Thunderbolts, bro. Like,
Now they said it was a good movie.
yeah, everybody said it was good. It was a dope movie.
Now these
Everybody.
are people who don't know who Century is, right?
Well, nah, it's people who do know. Like a lot
Yeah.
of comic book
Oh,
heads
they
who've
do
actually
know who
seen it.
Century is.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
and they
Yo,
said it was pretty good. Like
the-
they
the-
said
the
that
negative-
he must be watered down like a mother.
Now, yo, the negative comments weren't bad. I've seen
No.
a couple, and then you read the comment, and it's like that ain't that. It ain't
that bad.
It ain't bad,
ain't
bro.
bad, yo.
I think again, what we knew, it is
Oh,
what
Vinny
we've been.
in the movie? Oh shit.
Say less. Say less.
Bro, he's bro, he's
He's
a friend to
everywhere.
the
That boy is
he's
everywhere.
in every film, bro. Every film. But and what we've known and what they've actually been saying is Yelena Belova, played by Florence Pugh, is a standout. But they also said that
Buck.
that Century is a standout. And the way he played the characters. But they said what I'm finding, and I listened to I don't know if y'all listened to her review. You know who Perry Nemiroff is? She used to work for Collider. I think she's doing her own thing. But Perry Nemiroff is, she gets a lot of reviews. She's incredible, bro. Like she's not a biased individual. I love her takes on it. And what she said it touched on, and what the film really, really centered around was mental health. It really delved into mental health in such a way that it really carried the theme of the film. And they said it's a very emotional ride. But what we've heard so far is that this movie is really, really good. You know what I mean? It's really, really good. And, it is something that is a bit of a sleeper for those who like Guardians of the Galaxy. It's a different take on something like that, but it's like a world where you really, really do care about the characters. Prop, I want to ask you a question, man. Where is your excitement for this film?
Thunderbolts, bro. You know what? It's funny. It's the first time you asked me that.
Oh boy, like a hell of an answer now.
Yeah,
like a hell of an answer. Here it comes.
You know what? I'm
Here it comes.
Any superhero movie I'm excited for. Thunderbolts, I'm not as excited as usual, but it's not Thunderbolts' fault. This is the first time where I'm feeling the crack in the armor, where it's just Marvel has been going in a certain way.
Yeah.
And some of it is the fans too. Some of it isn't just the movies. It's become a little less fun than it used to. And also not being able to measure up. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, yo. I think I'm salty about the Captain America shit, bro.
Oh no!
I usually don't even cuss on your show, right? I'm salty about the Captain America shit because people hated it before.
Yeah,
they hated it when it dropped.
Yeah,
and everybody's been loving Thunderbolts since day one. And I think the first trailer, in my opinion, was
ass.
That yo.
It was
and when I'm talking to comic book heads, and I hear y'all talking, everybody loves it, and I get it, right? Because we got this connection. But the normal person that I talk to is like, what in the hell is this? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Why is everybody like? Really, and I can't really answer except but I do now. With that being said, I'm trusting the actors. I think it's going to be entertaining. So that's my expectation going in. I just want to be entertained, and I think it's going to deliver.
Yeah.
But I do hope in terms of Marvel, I hope what you said earlier, that this is the first true test, according to them, right? Because they didn't even count Captain America in that.
It's crazy.
In the test, right? They even Disney and Marvel has been like, this is it. This is what. So in that regard, I'm hoping so, man. But I can't imagine it being. With that being said, I can't imagine it being bad though.
Yeah.
I'm nowhere in my mind. I'm not expecting it to be whack at all. It's just where we at with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's like everywhere you turn, though, you hear, "Oh, this is the movie they're gonna say Marvel."
Yeah,
this movie gonna say Marvel. Captain America didn't do bad in the theater at all.
Right. It didn't. But I'm going early, man. I changed my ticket. I think I had a 6 o'clock. I'm going at 2 now, so I'm checking it out early on Thursday.
Yeah.
Oh, you
Get
trying
it
to
out
beat
the way,
me.
man.
You trying to beat me?
Well,
I had to get it out of the way. I got
we
volleyball stuff. I got parenting stuff that night too.
we got a press
baby.
showing on Thursday. Over here at our theater. It's going to be a table set up. Vinny's going to be signing autographs over at the
Oh,
Regal.
bet.
So if you go to the
Give me
Regal,
one, please, sir.
you know what I mean. He's going to be signing autographs like the Red Guardians. Popcorn bucket. He's going to be signing a few of those, man. So if you're in the area,
I'm trying to Wolverine 8x10s. I'm sounding.
Nice. You got to sign the Professor X joints too.
X 8x10s. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, my son, whatever.
he's definitely going to be signing. Whatever. Jedi Kid, man. Like again.
Yes, sir.
So first off, we got to start with the first iteration of the Thunderbolts. Now we know basically the first iteration of the Thunderbolts came back in like 96, 97.
97, I think.
It was 96, 97. And that was with Baron Zemo. When he created an actual team that would actually infiltrate and take over at that particular time until some of the actual Thunderbolts or the characters at that time, which did consist of, Songbird and a few others revolted. And then we got, of course, Norman,
the Dark Avengers.
The Dark Avengers run, you know what I mean? Until actually, that was changed as well. Now, the latest iteration of the Thunderbolts right now, if you're reading it, is directly tying into One World Under Doom. It's actually happening right now. And it was a twist on that one. If you read it, it was incredible. Love the book. But it's also merging. What I love about it is it's merging the events, because we had questions about what happened after the whole what was it? Not House of X, Powers of X, but what was it? Fall of the House of X, Fall of X. So questions in what happened with Kingpin, because again, remember, Kingpin right now is the White King of the Hellfire Club. And that was all due to the simple fact that, again, Tony Stark married what's her name? The White Queen. Emma Frost. So he married her, and then what she did was she put Kingpin in charge of her finance, because remember, the United States, the government at that particular point, had froze the assets of the X-Men when they were basically still trying to infiltrate Krakoa and all that other stuff. So again, all that basically transpired. He's still the White King, but what's happening is also him being the White King, he's receiving funds from the Red Skull. So he's been tunneling and funneling, just just misappropriation of funds due to the actual. So there's a lot going on right now, but it's tying directly into what's happening with One World Under Doom. But that team that we're seeing in the books is almost damn near mimicking what we're seeing right here, with the exception of the Sentry and Ghost, yeah. You know what I mean? And also Taskmaster's not there. But in its place, we see Sharon Carter. She's part of the actual Thunderbolts. We see both the Black Widow, White Widow, which again, Black Widow herself, Natasha, is still, and I don't know if you've known it, but she actually has a symbiote suit right now.
Yeah.
So she basically has that right now. She still has a symbiote.
And Mary Jane still in it too.
Mary Jane is basically
Venom, right?
supposed to be the Venom. She's the new Venom.
Yeah, Mary Jane Venom. Yeah.
Which that story I haven't read in a minute, but so it's mimicking this. So Jay, what's your anticipation of this particular film, and do you think it's going to be good? And again, speaking in terms of, okay, they're already talking about this is going to be the film that's going to change the MCU.
That's such bullshit.
So should we, and I'm going to ask you this question, bro, which is a very important question. Would you suggest that the fans themselves and us as fans and even people out there, bro, don't fall for the propaganda and desensitize yourself from that phrase? This is going to be,
Yep.
You know what I mean?
You have to. You have to.
Mhm.
I think that you do have to like close your ears and just go watch the movie, because personally, I don't see this as being the savior of Marvel. To be honest with you, it may be a good film. It might get the numbers because people are going to go see it. Because we haven't seen anything since Captain America. But to go back on Captain America real quick, Captain America was an excellent film. It made crazy money in the box office, so it was not a flop or a failure. So it shouldn't be swept under the rug for Thunderbolts. But Thunderbolts is going to be good. I think it will be good. My only gripe with the movie is we all know as comic book fans that the Century would wipe his boot with everybody on his team. They wouldn't last 2 seconds with him. Real talk, like
Dude, well, the trailer showed that. I feel like,
yeah, but they're not dead.
Mm.
Century but we already know that Century would kill all of them with a blink of an eye. So for them to be handling Century, that's a little suspect to me. What version of him are we going to get? We're going to get the Void. Well, I think we are getting the Void. I saw that in the previews. Whatever. Sorry, Vinny. Oh, my bad. Damn. My bad, Vinny. My bad. But I think we might get some of the Void.
Sorry.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, bro. I'm expecting them to water him down a little bit. Like he's gonna have an off switch that the Thunderbolts are gonna find somehow to turn him off or to calm him down or some shit. Like it's not gonna make sense to us. That's what I'm afraid of. You know what I mean? I think it will be good for the most part, but I think we're gonna have our gripes after we watch it the following week. You know what I'm saying? Because we already know who Century is. Now, for the moviegoer that doesn't know anything about the books, they'll probably enjoy it hands down, not knowing who these characters are or what their power scales are, whatever. But for the true comic book reader and comic book fan that knows who Century is, you might have your gripes or disappointments after watching the film. But from my opinion, I don't think it's going to be the savior of Marvel. I don't see that. I don't see it happening.
Yeah.
And they got about 2 more movies to go to get right before that happens, bro. At least 2. You know what I mean?
Before we can,
before we can label one as the savior of the franchise, but this not it. Their armor has been cracking and leaking for the last couple of years now, bro. So I mean, this is not going to be the filler that wells it. I think.
My thing is this, bro, and Vinny, I want to kind of move on because we've been dealing with a lot of inconsistencies within the cinematic universe. And it's just mighty funny that a lot of people have been downplaying. Now, here's the thing, bro. Now, and I'll say this. Was Captain America, Brave New World.
Was it flawless? No.
Wasn't flawless. Good. So we know it wasn't flawless. And it had certain edits. You can even see basically cohesively editing choices were all over the place in a sense.
Yeah.
But was it a Thor: Love and Thunder? Fuck no.
Hell no. No.
It wasn't a bad movie. Put it simple.
It wasn't.
You know what I mean?
It wasn't. But the reason why I say this is because what will happen, bro? They'll say that this is the movie that will save the MCU or that's saving the MCU or possibly, right? They'll go into the Fantastic Four with that level of expectation and say that, okay, we're riding the ship. What if that film sucks?
Flops. Exactly.
Where do we go from there? Like, here's the thing, bro. Like, there's kinks in the armor of the MCU where at one point it was almost invincible.
Flawless. Yep. Not now.
So as much as I'm like, yeah, I do want to see the Thunderbolts. I can't wait. I think it's going to be good. I want it to be good on its own merit and not charged with being that particular film that's going to save anything. Because then you're putting a lot of pressure, on a film to be that which it cannot be. What's your thoughts, bro?
Anyone claiming any single Marvel film as being the savior of Marvel films or that they're back that's a misnomer because it's Marvel being back isn't based off the success of a film. It's off the success of the franchise. So when Marvel at his glorious of glory days was not because Iron Man was great. It's because Iron Man was great, and then Thor, people loved Thor, and then people loved Captain America, and then people loved Avengers, and then the hits were continuous and kept coming. So that was an era, not a film. And you could take several films in that time that people were like this film, or people like Guardians, or people liked Ant-Man, or people liked Thor 3, or Captain America Winter Soldier. There were so many different you could pick so many different films from within that era that you felt you could debate. Was Captain America Civil War better than Winter Soldier, or was that better than the first Iron Man? And you had all these debates. Now we're scrambling to put a title on one specific film being the savior when and I feel like that's so. First of all, I'm not sure who's doing that other than Marvel publicity people, because I don't think. First of all, I can't imagine any single Marvel reader, the biggest Marvel fan reader in the entire world, and we're probably, somewhere up there, ever looking at the fucking Thunderbolts and saying,
right.
Talking.
Oh, they're going to save everything.
I think that's what I'm feeling too. Subliminally, I think I'm feeling that. Yeah.
This might be an incredible movie, but it's the fucking, no disrespect, it's the fucking Thunderbolts.
It's the Thunderbolts.
Even if it's a perfect Thunderbolts movie, it's still a Thunderbolts movie. I feel like if you had put that pressure on Fantastic Four, fine. You put that pressure on Secret Wars, fine. But to put that kind of pressure on Thunderbolts is absolutely silly to me. To put that pressure on Shang-Chi or or even a Black Widow, or any of these films that aren't necessarily tried and true, is your Avengers, like an Avengers level film.
Right.
Yeah.
Fine. But I think even putting an Avengers film, even Doomsday, you can't say, oh, this is what make a break for it, because even if Doomsday is great, all right, then what's the next film after that? That would have to be great too. That's a trend of great movies, not just a specific movie, because what you had during that time was each movie connecting to the next one, and you felt like, man, this movie is great, and then the next movie is great, but then this next movie I seen had characters had a cameo in this, and wait, who was that? I want to see all of them so I know what's going on. But that worked because all of them were good, so or at least good. Some were great, some were good, some were really great, but none of them were horrible. and then when you don't have any that are horrible, you can trust that the viewer's gonna at least want to see all of them at home, at least. And most of them in the theaters that they could. But now you have phases where there's films that people don't even want to see when it comes out at home, because
exactly,
it just wasn't for them. It's too nuanced, it's too niche, and it's too spread out. It's too far away from their core interests. So now it's not a must see appointment TV film.
And we've gotten away from the characters. I mean, just layman terms, just the normal person. We've gotten away from those characters that everybody recognizes as well.
The flip side, the flip side to having something for everybody means that it's no longer everything for everybody. Like when you had MTV playing all the genres of music, everybody watched MTV and got what they wanted from that. But now we have 4 billion different ways to get your music, and everybody is so spread out that you could be somebody who has 10 million followers and people don't know who they are, because you don't have everything's not in one place anymore. So everything is so spread out with Disney Plus. Everything's so spread out with these niche films. And now you have something like Thunderbolts, who, if they did this in 2010, it would have been something like, oh, it's a Marvel movie. Everybody's got to go see it to see what they're up to. I don't think that is the case now. So again, even if this is great, I don't think that it changes a trend or sets anything, because I think they're still a far away from getting back to it being an event where everybody has to see everything, or they feel like, man, I'm going to miss out. I won't know what's going on with Doomsday.
I'm not going to connect it.
And these are obviously, again, no disrespect to them. These are obviously B players that on paper isn't something that you are clamoring to go see. It's going to be good, kind of despite itself. Like, it's going to be good because it's good, not because, well, obviously it's the Thunderbolts. Like, who doesn't? It's not, it's not the X-Men or Avengers or Fantastic Four. This is something that's going to have to transcend what it is, because even the Thunderbolts books have never been like their biggest sellers. It's always a fun experimental thing where it serves its purpose for missions that to usually connect dots. And then you have Sentry, which a lot of people make a big deal about, Marvel Superman, and there's Sentry and there's Hyperion and there's Marvel, and there's all these guys who Marvel loves to like cut the legs out from under them. Like Warlock, they don't use them as Superman. They use them as a plot device. None of these people who stick around have big books and have focus. They use these characters to serve a point and then get out. They have them rip apart areas and then go away. Then go away. Honestly, Thor is Marvel's Superman, and not all these other guys. So when they have all these Marvel Superman, I never really count a Warlock or Sentry or or Hyperion or
the Thunderbolts.
Count them as Marvel.
Bro, the Thunderbolts, bro. the Thunderbolts. What happens when they all go in the room?
The Thunderbolts. Because look, this team, bro. Let's be real, dog. Let's be real. The Thunderbolts are a D+ team in Marvel Comics. Like, they're not even an A, B, C. They're like a D+ team, bro. Like, nobody really gives a damn about them until like
the roster is always changing.
Bored. Right.
Because the roster, like right now, they have Shang-Chi, Red Guardian, of course, the US Agent, Bucky, we have Yelena Belova. We have Natasha Romanoff is there as well. Who else? Man, it's a couple of, Sharon Carter is there.
But she be in and out. She don't really be on there solid, bro.
And Vantessa's basically there with us, which in the book she's now a life model decoy, whatever. So again, they have this core, which what we see this happening all the time is when you get the cinematic universe, then because it's Marvel, they have to also change what happens in the book to kind of mirror, just to make it more of like a popular IP. And that's what happened.
Thunderbolts with Punisher and Hulk and Agent Venom and Elektra, like that was fire.
Yeah, that was 2010.
Yeah, that was about that.
That was a while ago.
I always even love like the Dark Avengers run, bro.
Yeah,
that was crazy.
Iron Patriot, Dakin, Norman Osborn, Bullseye.
Yeah,
I was on that team. It was everybody's opposite to the Avengers. That team was raw, bro. They should have had them. I mean, before Thunderbolts, but I mean, it is what it is, bro.
Yeah. I mean, it makes. I mean, in some ways, it makes sense because these characters are around. Dude, old girl's been nominated. Florence, was it Pugh?
Florence Pugh, yeah,
good movie, man.
She's been nominated for actor. So her as an actress, she's up there. You know what I'm saying?
You got to give it to her. Yeah,
which is why she's even act her ass off.
Bro. She killed it in Doom, bro.
I'm amazed she's even still doing this shit for real.
Yeah.
She killed it in what? She was in Doom.
She was in Doom.
She was in Doom, but she killed it.
Doom. Yo, she was Oppenheimer.
I remember.
Yep, it was Oppenheimer. Yep.
Look at Benny smile when he said it.
She definitely wasn't Oppenheimer.
Yeah, she was.
She had her acting chops on.
She had her
chops. They was chopping.
Yeah. Listen, bro. Like I definitely can't wait to see the movie. But I agree. I think one of the biggest things, bro, like people have to understand that it's hard these days to live in that $1 billion stratosphere, bro.
Yeah.
And the reason why I believe that, and people always talk about, well, this film has to make such and such money, or these movies aren't making that anymore. Of course, like Vinny said at the very top, bro, they're gonna have to change this 45-day cinema, theatrical, run, because again, A lot of these
They gotta
properties
make
have
money.
ended up on these streaming properties.
Mhm.
And now that people basically know that it's, it's no longer the day-and-day release, but eventually it's going to end up on the streaming properties. I'll just wait. And that's what a lot of
Mhm.
people are doing.
Mhm.
So it's tough
And
to have that same
is
billion-dollar run, bro.
and that
It's
is
tough.
going to affect what they put in these movies. I don't think people
Yeah.
understand a $200 million movie does not make a streaming service money.
No.
When they spend that money, Wonder Woman 1984 was just a commercial. It was a $200 million commercial.
Yeah.
It gets you to sign up. So sometime in the future, we'll start making a lot of money. Way in the future. You know what I'm saying? And so, it's very important, man, that we keep these movies alive.
Keep it alive.
And
bro. Like, you really have to understand,
especially for these big tent joints.
Yeah, bro. These big tentpole movies, bro. Like, you just gotta really, really like gauge, go into it with like minimal expectation, but then support, because again, we do want to see these movies made. Speaking of which, today was the first official day that they started shooting Doom.
Mm-hmm.
Doomsday.
Doomsday. Yeah.
Yeah. So they just started shooting today. So
the X-Men will be in it. So.
Where they shooting at, man? I might show up.
They shooting in us a lot, bro. Probably the whole thing.
They probably shooting the whole thing in a lot. Probably shooting in Georgia, bro.
Yeah,
they probably shooting in Atlanta.
They're probably at Tyler Perry's plot.
Well, hold up. No. As a matter of fact, they're not in Atlanta right now. I think they're actually in Europe.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
They're shooting in Europe first, because that's where everybody was, sighted over there.
Yeah.
So they're shooting there first, and then, what do you say? Ventry. Everyone he kills turns into charcoal dust.
That's it. That is it,
bro.
That is it.
Anyway, man, look. What did he say? Oh, just saw Sinners today too. Great point for film. Insiders are saying this contract for it might change the industry.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the first time, it's definitely been there, bro. But I think it's deserved. And look, good or bad press is still press. Good or bad press still puts butts in the seats. So even the people that basically complain about it and tell other people about it is just forcing other people to go watch the film.
It's so evil.
Yeah, bro.
It's so evil. It's an evil movie.
Crazy.
Oh,
insane.
We like our vampires clean, man. Good clean.
Right. We want the vampires from what's the movie?
Twilight.
When the Twilight vampires.
As long as you don't start talking about my Batman, dog. That's my boy, yo.
Oh, he might be canceled, dog. I'm pissed off about that too.
He might be canceled.
I'm mad about that, dog.
We'll find out in July.
Yep.
Yeah, right.
Vinny, I think you're right. But Vinny, you've been saying it. You've been saying this shit from day one.
It might be canceled, bro.
This delay. And what they're saying is that a lot of it has to do with the director's health as well. Yeah. But
I don't believe that.
Quote unquote, the health is. I think that's what it is, bro. It's being prolonged.
It's gotta be, man, because Matt Reeves just that Penguin show. It's got to be. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. You know what I mean? Like it sounded fishy because they're not being upfront about it. Yeah. Well, because Matt Reeves' vision is so nobody else. They can't give it to that dude's vision is so specific. Like there's no difference. The Planet of the Apes movies that he did, and this Batman, the camera on the Batmobile when it's moving, all of that.
Yeah.
That dude's visuals are so specific, and that particular Batman is so weird and specific.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like it's his vision. When you talk to the actors, it's his vision. This ain't something where Michael Keaton can carry. Like Michael Keaton probably could have made a Batman with any director because Michael Keaton knew what's going on with that character.
It's the same thing. Like a lot of times with these films, the actors aren't gonna stick around if the director's not there.
He ain't gonna do it.
When Burton was out, Keaton was out. When Raimi was out, McGuire was out.
That's it.
Yeah.
So and Titus is leaving.
And then you do got that little bit of thing, right? You got that James Gunn in them. They're not saying it, but there's probably a little bit of, this would work out. This would make everything a little less complicated.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Gun, trust and believe. Gunn's hands are in that too.
I kind of hate to be right on it, but man, if Superman blows up for Gunn, he's going to flex his muscle and say, "Look, man, this is too weird. We want just one Batman." And before they probably couldn't, they wasn't going to do it. But I feel like if his universe works, Reeves versus is done so. Despite how popular it is, despite the Penguin and all that other shit, I'm sure. But however, if Superman bombs, all right, cool. Watch how fast Reeves gets healthy. He's gonna talk out of bed and pull the IVs out and back to work. And you watch how fast you come.
And the lickety split, bro. Straight up.
We can hang up the Superman drawers and go back to a suit with no drawers and everything.
It's hilarious. Watch. Superman doesn't.
Ain't nothing wrong with that boy's suit. I mean, it's just a little loose.
Man, that shit is loose as hell. Come on, dog. I could drive my car through them creases, bro. Like, come on.
Did y'all see the pic of the hot toy?
It is all skin tight. Yeah.
I'm like, yo,
it might be, man.
I started, bro. I saw the picture
they used to sell where it sucks the clothes.
Yeah.
I saw the picture, bro. I was gonna call IL, bro. It was like early in the morning. I was like, nah, he gonna kill me, bro.
Yeah, there it is.
That shit. Yo, come on, dog.
Yo, it might look like
that. So
you ever see that Homer meme when his back is clipped in?
Yeah, bro. How can a toy company get the suit right, but the fucking production company and can't do it right?
Interesting, bro.
Just wait and see. I'm doing it.
No, this really, really is interesting because does
trash.
The permission to change literally the look of a suit and make it better than the film.
Nah,
exactly.
So they can actually. So I guess we'll see, right? If
we'll actually see.
They might come back and be
because
like,
remember,
we know we approved it. But
I might get the figure and change the head sculpt.
But here's the thing: is everything is based on approval because they can put out the prototype, but it is based on approval.
Yeah, but they approved this, right?
No, we don't know yet because remember they always basically say that the head sculpt is based on approval. So even though they basically have the license, it's still based on approval. Like they have the license, but it's the interpretation that's again has to get the approval for.
So they're gonna be like, hold up, time out. Let's take this back and make it baggy and put it back out.
Hey, well, listen,
make it baggy.
And let's not forget 1970s, right? Late 70s. Christopher Reeve. He gained weight while he was on it. He was looking kind of skinny if you look at some of the first.
Nah, that boy was in the gym. He was in the gym.
He was in the gym. He bulked up on.
Yeah.
If you watch parts of the movie, he was skinnier.
He was big as hell.
If it wasn't footage from the trailer, I would be like, oh, well, maybe that's what it looks like in post.
But in the trailer.
We've seen the trailer. His back.
But you know what, Vinny? But it was inconsistent because there was some scenes where you could see under the collar. The collar had an opening. And then there was stuff when he was in the chair where to me looked more form fitting.
Wait, maybe
I don't know,
I'm not spoiling that.
I don't know, Renz.
Maybe the scene where everybody's talking about where he's exposed to the sun, maybe he gets bigger and then the suit's tighter.
Good. But I, you know what? But I had seen some scenes. I'm gonna tell you, I saw one nasty scene. I saw a behind the scenes joint when he was blocking something.
Yeah.
And this whole joint right here was wrinkled. The whole suit was wrinkled.
Bro,
and I was like,
if that is the case,
but it was behind the scene though.
I'm gonna take a knife and throw it at the screen.
Hey, hold on.
Cut the screen in half.
Hold on.
And walk out the theater.
Hey, Jay, why let you pull me into this negative? I think it's gonna be dope. I don't even know I'm talking negative, yo.
Come on, bro.
I think it's gonna be all right, man.
The man suit like his suit like a blue and red diaper. His suit like a blue and red, yellow used diaper. That's how baggy it is. That's how baggy it is.
Jacket.
That shit like Bugle Boy khakis. That's how that shit look, bro. A pair of red and yellow Bugle Boy khakis with blue in it.
You wrong for that, yo.
Baggy ass khaki suit. Come on, bro.
Man, listen.
That's just gonna be ass.
Let's
just face it. Put him in front of the sun. Oh, hurting. It hurts.
Oh man, Superman scream all the time, man. Remember when he turned the Earth back?
Yeah, remember when
they used to give us
comic books before the beginning of a comic book movie? Yo, what if they hand out absolute Superman?
Oh my god, bro! They better not try me like that. I flip out in the theater, bro. Don't try me like that. I'll throw right in their face.
All right, what?
Don't do it. Don't you dare do that shit to me. I'm one of y'all ushers right now. If you see me in the theater, hand me a comic book, I'm gonna hurt you. I'm just telling you right now, early.
If it's the absolute run, you're gonna be like, yeah, nah.
If it's the absolute run and you put that in my hand, I'm gonna break your finger. I'm letting you know early. Don't do it. Don't do it.
It's a good question.
Say what?
Which he said, Jason, which is better, James Gunn's Superman or absolute Superman?
Oh God, it hurt me to say it. It hurts me to say this one. What Gunn?
Yeah, James Gunn. It's got the old Superman music in there.
I hate it. I hate to even say that. My throat even hurt saying that shit. But
I mean, gonna give Gunn Superman a chance.
Yeah, Gunn Superman is shitting on.
We got Calvin Cancer, came in at the wrong time.
Yeah, you already know, low key. Yeah, bro. The toy company got it right, and the movie producers got it asly wrong.
Yo, I hate the use of the word
asly wrong.
Hey, we need flags for this show, dog. We start pulling flags on y'all, man. That's too far. It's too far.
Bugle Boy khaki Superman suit with the roll up at the ankles.
Bro, I wonder what happens when you go into these superhero. Why do they basically have to make the design choices sometimes are questionable for me? Like, why does it have to have so many busy things going on within the suit? Why can't it just be a plain blue suit, bro?
And it would look good. So as you mentioned it would look good without those lines, Joe. Like the texture, it would have looked good.
Like
are we all stars Superman?
Huh?
You already had a breakup of the blue.
I'm good with the trunks. I'm good with the trunks.
Nah,
in fact, I got another Spawn story for y'all. I got an awesome deal on Superman, All-Star Superman. Dude, I was so happy to get it in the mail the other day, and it ended up being a miniature.
Damn, bro. Bro, hold on.
I was like, I got it. I found it for a good price, yo.
Stop buying shit. Bro, stop doing this, bro.
Like, anytime I go outside of 1/6 scale figures, man, this happens, bro.
You got a 1/6 comic.
I was like, yo, that's a good deal, man. It was like $20 everywhere. It was this bad boy. It was $9.95. I was like, man, this is too good to be true.
I mean, I got it. A good deal. Those are dope, but it's hilarious that you didn't know,
bro. Hold up, bro. Listen, dog.
I can't even put this with the rest of the comic books on the show.
How about you do this? How about you do this, bro? I give you my number. I give you my number tonight. Lyle, give him your number. Vinny, give him your number. Whenever you try to buy something, bro,
I gotta call first.
Call one of us, dog, please. $9?
Yo, Red's ass.
Yo, look at Cal. Calvin's like, stop it, bro. Please.
Bro. Yo.
I wasn't even gonna tell y'all, dog.
Bro, he got the elementary school version of All-Star Superman.
I was about to give it to one of the little kids outside. When I got it, yo.
The Elastic Book Fair.
Listen, he got the romper room version of All-Star.
He got the Elastic Book Fair. Yo, Ren said, did you spend $500 on it?
I didn't. But I felt like I spent the comic book version.
And Vinny, remember back in the day, we used to get on the book fair, you had those little tokens you give up from the paper for half off, those little tokens.
Yo, they gave me half off. They gave me half off the pages.
Yo, Jay, why do you circle Superman?
Bro,
Tears. Oh my god,
bro!
Oh my god,
bro! This, you know what? From now on, bro.
Call somebody, dog. Don't do that.
Read them specs, bro. Read them specs, bro.
It didn't even cross my mind that a graphic novel could be this small.
Yo,
For what? Why?
Novel All-Star Superman, bro.
Man.
Yo,
Oh my god, that's the Captain Kangaroo version of All-Star Superman. Oh man.
And you know I can read this stuff on my iPad. I bought it to go on the show. I was gonna read it and put it on the show, man.
The Electric Company version of All-Star Superman. With Morgan Freeman. The Morgan Freeman version.
What 6 scale comics?
Bro.
That's the new thing, yo.
Yeah.
Hey, this is at least half scale, baby.
You gotta have Spawn reading that comic.
Oh my.
He said Prop got varsity Superman instead of All-Star Superman.
Nah, he don't even got varsity, dog. He got sophomore Superman, bro.
I'm not even going with that Spawn joke. This is too big for Spawn. but Baby Yoda, I got Gizmo over there for sure.
Oh my god, bro.
In fact, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put him in front of Gizmo.
Oh my god, though.
Bro, he said, low key said, I just got another 1/3 statue of Prop would die if one of my boxes showed up at his door. Bro. Damn.
Oh my god,
Damn,
bro. This boy, dog. You gonna learn. You gonna learn.
Learn, man.
You gonna learn, bro. If it's too good to be true, just call somebody first, dog. Don't do it.
They played me like a harp from hell.
Nah, the funny shit is those versions are dope. What's funny is you didn't know.
Right, because I'm still reading.
Oh my god.
But yes, sir.
Dog.
You had no
don't do it. Don't do it no more, bro.
I mean, look, it's easy to travel with. You can put it in your back pocket.
Yeah. Hey,
that boy got the
my daughter had a volleyball game,
bro.
And they had the nerve to promote other books, man.
Oh my god, you got the All-Star Superman Cliff Notes. You got the Cliff Notes. Yo.
You got bro, you got the instructions for a 1/6 scale figure, bro. That's what you got just now, bro.
Jazz Ink, man.
That's a damn shame, man.
Yeah, you got the in-art booklet for Superman.
The Superman Cliff
Notes. Cliff Notes. Oh my god.
Loki said, "Where's Spawn at? I need to see it." Hey yo, hold up. Prop.
Don't do it.
Loki is here. Show him the bigger one, bro.
Yeah. Come on, I got to
show him that one. Show him that one.
Now hold up. Look at this one. Look. So this fool made this one in his house, right? And painted it himself, and got the nerve to have that next to the little ass McFarlane Spawn on the same table, bro.
Man,
yeah. He paid himself $10,000 for that one.
Paid himself $10,000 for that.
Damn, bro. That's fucked up.
Oh my god, bro!
What a way to end the show, bro!
I can't.
What
take
a
it.
Fucking way to end the show, man!
Delivery,
straight up. That is
got the best show it tells, bro.
Yeah, he do, bro. Bro,
oh, man.
Bro, next, bro, he gonna be like, "Yo, bro, I just went to the dealership, got a steal in the car, bro." He gonna go outside
with a mini
big wheel, bro. It's gonna be a big wheel green machine, bro.
Only one person can fit in it.
The original green machine, not the one with the engine. The original green machine.
Bro.
I was wondering why they handed me an RC controller. That's not a key fob. What the fuck?
Oh my god.
Oh
my god. Oh my god.
Yo, he gonna be like, yo, check it out, bro. I got a sweet deal and some concert tickets to see Kendrick, bro. He said, bro, only pay like $30 for it, bro.
Oh my god.
He gonna next week he'll be like, yo, those tickets were to Sesame Street where he made an appearance.
Oh my god.
Hey, I ain't even the worst, bro. I got a student, man, photography student, that told me she had got a camera for $30, a Rebel camera, and that chick came in, dude was upset, ended up being a keychain.
Damn.
But she had showed me pictures of it. It looked real. So there's worse than your boy Wiz.
See, that's
man.
why I don't buy.
I can still
that,
read
bro.
this. I can still read it.
He's
Okay.
not
Yeah, fucking Viewmaster.
Oh
Damn.
man,
Boy, he was upset. Son.
Damn, bro. That's
oh my
funny.
God.
Anyway, thank you guys for being everybody out there for watching. Very great show, man. I do appreciate it. Vinny, what you got going on, bro?
That's hilarious, though.
I'm working on some commissions. Yeah, that's got me all fucked up, yo. Working on some commissions. Got Thunderbolts coming up on Thursday. Looking forward to that.
Yes.
Oh my God.
And then I'm not sure if it was be after Thursday, but at some point we'll be talking on Uncivilized Scoundrels.
Yes. We'll do Thursday.
Andor. Had a lot of fun with the first 3. Looking forward to the next 3. And then yeah, that's about it, man. Just more reading, more organizing, more art, gearing up for Fan Expo Philly next month in Philadelphia.
We're Fan Expo Philly.
Yeah, man.
What day is that? That's
the weekend of the 16th.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, talk. Yeah, man. Definitely, man. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you for being here, man.
Thank you, brother.
As always, man. And make sure that if you are actually heading over to Instagram, you go to the actual his store. The link to his store is there as well. So definitely check it out. Jedi Kid, man, what you got going on, bro?
Oh man, I get myself together. Hold on. I gotta go. Gotta pick up these. Oh my God, man! I can't believe. All right. I'm sorry. I gotta go pick up these Wonder Woman books. I'm behind. I gotta grab them tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm trying to finish up school this week, and I'll be graduating in June. I think.
Word, bro. Word.
What's up?
School and stuff, and that's it.
Word, bro. Appreciate it, man. As always, good luck, man. Congrats on the early graduation, man.
Yeah. Thanks, bro. I appreciate it, man.
Appreciate that, brother. As always, man. Always appreciate you being here. Prop, what's going on with you, man?
Dude, music, man. And reading, dog. You know,
I'm making everybody cry tonight.
I'm a read All-Star Superman.
Word. Bro, you paid for it. Read it.
I'm gonna read it.
You gotta read it, bro. That's a good story, though.
Those versions are kind of cool because it's cheaper and
I can carry it around like that. Yeah, man, I got it. But that's it, man. Ain't nothing else popping, dog. Just try to live in, with family, man. Which is good thing. You know what I mean? Daughter's volleyball, so I'm all over the place, man.
Yeah.
Can't wait for the movies this week.
Go make the movies. Yeah.
I feel like some other stuff was on the horizon too, right? Oh, that studio. Man, I caught up with the studio, man. That show is pretty good, yo.
What is it?
Word.
It's called The Studio, man, with Seth Rogen.
Yeah.
I still haven't watched it. I gotta watch that. I haven't watched that yet.
Yeah. It's pretty. I enjoy it.
Yeah.
I gotta watch that.
Definitely, man.
That's it, man.
Appreciate you being here. What we got? Whatever's newly. Remember, this is the week of May the 4th, so they're releasing a lot. Today, we actually got the Palpatine from Revenge of the Sith.
You got
Nihilus. We also get Nihilus from KOTOR 2. In that Nihilus picture, you basically got a chance to see Light Side Revan. He was there as well, but there's a lot more. Yeah. There's more that's coming. Be ready. Be prepared because there's.
You think we're gonna get a Kreia? Darth Kreia?
I don't think yet, but I know we're definitely gonna get Malik.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, we're gonna get Malik, bro. We're gonna get Malik.
We're going to
get Malik, and we're definitely going to get another Anakin.
I want Bastila, bro.
Bastila Shan, that's what I've been saying, bro. It's the Legends line, so who knows what they can do for it.
Yeah, I want Bastila, real talk.
So it's a lot, but I know we're going to get that light side Revan as well. So just...
Are you going to get Nihilus? He don't look like he come with shit.
Man, I'm getting Nihilus, bro. That's one of my favorite characters from KOTOR 2.
I like him too, though, but I was expecting more that he would.
I wasn't. Force Lightning. I knew we were going to actually get that.
Yeah.
Because again, he didn't rely on all this other extra shit.
Yeah, he had the shit that he was controlling with.
It's just the suit, and I love Nihilus, bro. I love the way that figure looks, man. I
I'm
love
on
the
the
way
fence. Maybe I might get it. I don't know. I'm on the
Nihilus
fence
has
about
one
that.
of the dopest designs. Like,
What'd you say?
Yeah.
dope design.
Who
I just
Nihilus?
thought he would come in a little more. I want a little more from him. I don't know. Maybe I'm bugging, but
Yeah, bro. No, I think it's just right because there's not too much. As long as you give him a saber, force lightning, the mask itself and his power set was just again.
Yeah.
That's all you needed with that particular character. You didn't
Well,
need
what's the
too
boy?
much.
Darth Scion.
Yeah.
Scion.
That's the
That
one
he
that
was
held
holding
himself
this. He was
together
holding himself together with the dark
with the
side of the
Force.
force.
Yeah.
Anger, rage.
We need her. We need him. We need him. We
Sounds
need
like
Bastila. And we need Kreia, bro. Them three.
Yeah.
We need them three at least for the Legends line.
Did they give us Kreia, bro? Like
I'm gonna be hyped.
Darth
I'm gonna get
Kreia?
that. I'm getting that.
That's going to be an incredible piece if they would do something like
With
that.
having the three sabers like hover around her somehow.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh, that's mean. That's mean.
Yeah. Kreia is incredible, bro.
And Bastila had the double-edged yellow saber. That
Double bladed. Yeah, for the first game. So that's what I'm saying. Like, again, it's Legends. Bro, it's since they're going because remember, let me put this in you. Bro.
Because they're messing with the games, bro. Nice
last year we got in the video game. They were messing with the video games and the comics. Because remember last year, there was a couple that we got. We got the
Dark Side. I mean the Empire.
Dark Empire.
Dark Empire, Luke Skywalker.
Dark Empire. So what did they give us the Dark Empire Leia with the long hair?
Oh, well, she had the saber in. Did she have the saber in the book?
Uh-huh.
She did the saber in the book. Yeah. And then we're gonna need my man from what's his name with the pheromones that he was trying to do with the Leia. What's my man? The crime boss.
I know you're talking about trying to do it the Leia. He said do it.
He was trying to do it to her, bro.
I heard do it the long.
Do it to her. But he's trying to bust some guts. But he kept trying to get it with the pheromones. What's it? Is it Zyar or what's his prince?
I forget.
Damn. His name begin with an X though, right? It's like X-I
Zion or
Zion
something. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
That'd be a dope figure to have too, bro. That character was raw. He had a big ass sword. Hey man, he tried to spank it. It wasn't my fault. That's how he wrote it. He putting the pheromones on her. So it was working a little bit too. He almost got her. He almost got her in the book. Almost got her. She got away. She got away. Gotta be quick. Gotta be quicker than that.
Wow. Anyway, man.
Almost got them 4 straws.
He was trying to knock some boots.
He was, bro. He was.
Yo, bro. Anyway, thank you guys out there for being us. Another incredible show, man. Till next week, again, just sit back, relax. Got a lot more coming. Support your local brick and mortar shops. Get that physical media because we definitely need that to keep going. But yeah, man, we'll talk to y'all later on next week. More topics to come. Actually, we'll be having a spoiler discussion at Thunderbolts next. Again, you only got a few days to see it.
You gotta watch it. Watch it before I do.
Yeah,
and we'll let you know how it is. So definitely we're going to talk about it. But again, talk to you guys later. Have a nice evening. Good night. We out.